Yeah, this pre-show. We ain't doing nothing until 6 o'clock. So they're seeing us. That means we on the pre-show. Boop doop doop boop boop
Pre-show.
boop.
This ain't no regular fucking pre-show. It's like a. I mean, ain't no kickoff or anything. We don't have no matches or anything.
Nah.
But yeah, I don't know about that show last night. It felt like Dynamite
Yeah.
Light to me.
It's the first day of the show. I give him some damn time until they get their foot together.
Like I said, this show really don't count to me when it comes to reactions like CM Punk and Andrade and Miro. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but it kind of looked like the disgruntled show. Like everybody that had
Yeah.
some type of disgruntled with their their being or whatever, it was
Yeah.
on this show.
Almost everybody. Well,
Oh yeah,
almost
almost
everybody.
everybody. I go
Uh,
put Buddy Matthews in it with Buddy Matthews. I guess he's gonna try to set up a show
Not that I was meaning
storyline.
because Thunder Rosa wasn't on it.
Oh, not yet, not yet.
Yeah.
First you gotta find out who want to work with her.
Yeah.
Like
eh,
you watch the Access, you see like everybody got a problem with Thunder Rosa, so
Mhm.
you gotta see who want to work with her. Well, I think we could get into that during the show, but I just thought it was a lot of mixed reviews.
You know what? Although, yeah, like I said on Chris's post, it's a neutral. I thought it was a neutral show. Like it wasn't good, wasn't bad, but it's like I got why they were doing it, even despite the fact Buddy and Andrade got hurt. It's like they trying to make sure that nobody don't get hurt because what did we complain about around this time last year?
Mm-hmm.
Injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, especially going into Forbidden Door. It was like, yeah, they
But
trying
I
to make
think
sure all their main people are staying healthy this year.
I don't know if I'm reading. I think I'm either reaching or reading this too much. But Andrade says, "See you in Canada." I know. I think Dynamite is going to be from Canada
Yeah, because
because Forbidden
I
Doors next week.
yeah,
Yes.
because I know because they're doing Collision on Saturday up here. So
So you got
um,
so you got the Dynamite Rampage taping, Collision, Ring of Honor taping. Because for what I read yesterday, Ring of Honor is going to be taping in front of Collision, and then you got Forbidden Door.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
right.
know. All right, this is what I mean by this is what I mean. Either I'm reaching or I'm reading into too much of what Andrade said.
Oh,
Is this is
yeah, Dynamite and Rampage are going to be in Chicago this week.
okay? So they're gonna be in Chicago. So they stay an extra couple days in Chicago. Cool. But my thing is, he said see you in Canada.
Yep.
Do you think? Do you think this is gonna be a reunion that we should have had last year? This year with Naito, Andrade, and Roosh.
Yes. Cause if New Japan's there for that Forbidden Door, everybody gonna show up.
The reason why I think about that because Roosh and his father quit AAA.
Yep.
Yes, they're supposed to have a hair versus hair match, but like hair versus mask, but they want to pay that money, so he just dip out. He don't want to cut their hair.
So
Yep.
now, now that that's over, that shit is over with. And Andrade haven't worked with AAA for a while. We possibly will see a Los Ingobernables de Japón reunion. Well, I ain't gonna say Japón. I'm just gonna say Los Ingobernables because
Yep.
over here it's just Los Ingobernables or Mexico anyway. I would love that. Like anything. The only thing I actually got pumped for last night was when CM Punk and Samoa Joe was in the ring.
Yep.
If you
Party
are
like party
right,
like 2005.
right,
Or maybe
like
04 even.
right. But the thing is, if you are a wrestling fan, you know the story behind why a lot of you pumped up when they got in the match. Yeah, that was a nostalgia that I could go by because they had not touched each other in years. Like wrestling matches.
Yeah.
And like we talking about damn near 2 decades. They haven't touched each other.
And let's that means sound right. Let's not forget let's not forget we got action
Nice
figure coming
catch.
out.
Nice catch. Nice catch.
Oh, we got action figure too. I saw the action figure for CM Punk for next year. Got the retro Ring of Honor CM Punk, and I want to cop
Mm.
that too because I got the ECW CM Punk, I got the WWE CM Punk, I got the AEW CM Punk. I just need a Ring of Honor CM Punk.
Aren't you a punker?
Hey, hey.
Aren't you a punker?
I just thought of something. If him and Terry, could you imagine Punker and the Punker if they would have been a tag team just for one day?
Got too many
Who?
punks.
No, I was about to say Terry Funk and CM Punk because you could have
Oh
Funker and
God.
Punker.
Oh God.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
like
not. This is not Sesame Street. We are not doing nursery rhymes here. No.
well, at least
Punker.
it'd be a new DVD. Go punk yourself.
Give him time. That's gonna be a new shirt.
Yeah.
He already
Well,
took
Christ,
He
Terry
already, he already took Piper's idea on T-shirt from the '80s and put his ugly ass dog on it.
oh, Larry, I ain't gonna lie, that's a dope shirt. But
That's a dope shirt. Well, goddamn, that dog is an ugly ass dog. I'll just fuck come at me. Your dog ugly as shit. Like you just keep on dumping him in toilet water. Just, come on, we gotta make you look more shaggy than anything. Come
all right,
Bill, roll it.
it's time.
Oh God.
Hello, everybody. My name is CM Hill, the Carolina Saints.
Oh, that one.
I'm sorry. Yes, the enforcer, the rebel without a cause. I'm sorry. I also would say because my wife just took me off my mood right now. I was in my mojo, but she just told me some damn Cowboy fan move across the street from me. I'm kind of pissed off right now. But
Oh wow.
Bruh, I know how you feel. Man. And last but not least, I am Ross Reese, and I am Ria's Real Papi. Orale vato.
what the fuck going on today?
First, you gotta swing by the rope, and you gotta do this.
Oh.
Tranquilo.
Or I gotta do
Tranquilo.
either that, or I gotta like come out in a lowrider, one or the other.
One or the other. Shit. You call it low ride. That's an interesting conversation. We just gonna stop what we're doing. Like, where did you get that low ride from?
Oh, he got that from the History Channel.
Remember, live cheating still, baby.
Hey, we on YouTube.
Looking for the original Poppy.
Poppy, how you doing?
Yeah.
So what we got? What we got on deck? What we got on deck?
We're rolling with the Father's Day theme, so there we go. I think that's one of our topics today, isn't it?
Yes. Oh yeah, father and son. The I'm about to say co-main event. Cold topics. Of course, the great promo versus in-ring ability, and of course, is the bloodline is a modern day click. Those two topics are gonna be very important. I know people be scratching their head like bloodline's a new click, huh? Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about this, and I thought about it while I watch the SmackDown episode.
Yeah, I was scratching my head when he brought that up. I was like, the new click, huh? It's some good similarities to it, but we'll give you a little boost to what we're talking about here. So, step by step.
What else we talking about? Oh yeah, of course the WCW Starrcade 97 redo. What else we gonna talk about?
I think that was it.
All right, let's get.
It's not really much. It's not really much to talk about. We could talk about Collision.
Yeah.
And CM Punk and Collision.
Yeah. Let's leave that off with the show then.
Okay, let's. I do got some smoke about that. The reason why I say I got some smoke because you just did an ESPN interview, and if y'all did get a chance, please go check that out. You sound so modest. You sound so, I don't know, professional. And then you come out tonight talking about, if you haven't heard, I'm not a nice guy no more. But first of all, you never was a nice guy. Okay, if you know who Phil Brooks is, CM Punk, his track record speaks for itself. The motherfucker's a jerk. The reason I like him because he's honest with that shit. He tells you he's a jerk. He tells you he's a jackass. But they gave you a new show, Collision, so you can stay away from the elite, or the elite don't have to stand by you, whichever story you want to understand. And the first thing we see, I swear, I'm gonna combine this to the first ever XFL game. The first thing we see is CM Punk, and he gotta do a pipe bomb. Okay, I get it. It's Chicago. It's United Center. It's like we go to remake when he first came out for
Rampage,
AEW.
the last day, first day.
Right. We're gonna do that. My thing is, we didn't need to do that. You already had your ESPN interview. This is a brand new show. You want to start this shit off with some type of match that would set the tone for the rest of the night. This is why I said the show was kind of dull. I think I'm going to shout. I hope I said this right. If real you watching, please kind of say I said it right. It's like ordering a good damn sandwich, just getting the top bread and the bottom bread, but you didn't put none of the shit that make a sandwich in between the bread. The main event was good. I like the main event. Just for nostalgia and possibly some story. I mean, we talked about this, the multiple matches we could see out of this one match, right? Mm-hmm. But I still say that they didn't have to start with CM Punk coming out doing whatever the fuck that promo was. He had some moments. He took shots at the Young Bucks. Why? He why? You come out as my brother Theo would say, with a Santa Claus bag, like he about to give us gifts, telling us that the original AEW belt is in there. If it is, bring it out. Because then that would have probably answered my situation. Is this a brand show, a split brand show, or this is just pretty much, if you didn't work on Dynamite, you should be able to work on here, get more people more chances. I still need to know that. But I still say the first thing I should not see is CM Punk doing, I guess, a watered down pipe bomb. And I'm keeping it real. That was the most watered down pipe bomb in his career ever. And I see him do way better than that just for a short segment. I know I ain't the only one that think this, but I'm gonna have the balls to say it on here that was the first mistake of having him come out and do that promo. This should not be. This is a brand new show, and I should not see someone that was out for 9 to 10 months come out and finish off what he did the fucking last time we seen him.
I would say this though. I fuck with CM Punk. I'm a big fan of CM Punk, and I can relate to CM Punk. And let's not kid ourselves. Everybody who watching this show, everybody who's sitting in this booth, had a CM Punk moment. All of us is CM Punk. What he said. And
I was Stone Cold guy. I stunned when I was in high school. I stunned my principal, but I was Stone Cold guy. True story. I'll get my brother on here to tell you. I stunned my principal.
Everybody move different, but
there you go.
But I can relate to CM Punk because everybody had a little CM Punk moment, and trust me, if I had a microphone, the place I work at right now, everybody call me a villain, everybody call me a fucking hater. You sit your booty pamper ass down, motherfucker. Let me tell you, and people look at me as a fucking villain, but I get where CM Punk is coming from because he said from the rip, I try to be a nice guy. He did reach out to Elite. Lawyers stepped in, and he called the Young Bucks counterfeit. And then I know Young Bucks, they truly traditional way, they want to respond through Twitter.
They did. They did already. They changed their story. They said something about this was said in
2018. We would have had a shirt on PWT right now.
Yep. And was they right? Was they right?
Yeah,
right.
But
they probably would have made a shirt off this and made some money off of it.
Yeah, but you got 50-50 because down the show they chant "fuck the Elite." So there's still
Stop, wait, let me start you right there. Let me start you right there. Where was that? In
of
Chicago.
course, yeah, the same
Last,
Chicago. Yeah, man, go ahead.
they're right. The same Chicago fans that said last time they was in Chicago. So the only town that's going to say fuck the elite, this is a fact. The only town going to say fuck the elite is Chicago, because they're going to ride with their boy. I respect Chicago. I respect Phil, CM Punk. But I'm talking about, I'm not even mad about the promo. I'm just saying, for a brand new show, that brought the energy down. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if this, like, every wrestling organization had their first show, every Raw, Nitro, etc., etc., you did not start the show with a promo. None of them. Raw didn't start now with I swear to God, you go back and watch January 11th, 1993, and you tell me you hear fucking, you tell me you hear Vince McMahon saying anything about welcome to Monday. No, we got a match.
Back in the day.
Nitro, when Nitro started, we got
Roman
a
and
match.
Liger.
When Dynamite started, we got a match. We didn't get nobody coming off who just had an interview. You should have said all that on the interview too. I would have started. That's only that only part I got. I would have started to show off with a match, something that sets the tone, something that get energized. In fact, I would have started the match with Buddy Matthews against fucking Andrade, because that was a dope ass match. You know, like you just said, they injured themselves and shit. But I digress. We had pretty much a WrestleMania rematch with the boyfriends. The husbands. Let's say what it was. It was Rhea Ripley and Charlotte rematch. Just the husbands got involved, the real husbands. But it was that should have started off the match. That should have started the show. Oh, I would have took fucking since we want to go what I said set the tone. The very next thing I see is Niggasaurus beating Wardlow. That was doo doo.
Especially with Cole. Yeah, and that's right. And you know how we just talked about Hogan losing the title to Yokozuna with the camera?
Yeah,
thank goodness this one didn't explode, but yet here we got another camera costing somebody a championship.
And not the
like Nico cameras.
Yeah, like the fucking I feel bad for whoever camera that was an expensive camera, but it's still
got from Best Buy.
But if you want to start the show off with that, I bet you the energy will be a little different. Just a little. I mean, the match was, but the energy would have been a little different. Then we got a promo, we got CM Punk. All our energy went into this promo, and then we got this match. Because the fans now, the Chicago again, they was hanging on every word he said. Just like all of us, you're like, well, since he's here, so I wonder what he's gonna say. And we did. He said counterfeit bucks. He said, and let's not mention he did put a little thing on MJF there about the belt and the dog collar match and no one beating for the title, blah blah. But all the energy went to that promo. Then the next match, motherfucker. I mean, look, go back and look at it if you want. But they was dead silent. There was no oohs and ahs and all that shit. They was dead silent because they was exhausted. You got motherfuckers saying Punk for 5 to 10 minutes. It's saying give us some action. That's probably the biggest problem I got with yesterday. Because it just dragged the energy. Then when we get it up, it goes right back down into CM Punk, the main event. Yeah. Yes, it's that first show, but y'all been around long enough to know how to fucking start a brand new show. I don't want to hit it. They 4 years old. Y'all know how to start a show. Y'all, this is the unusual thing to do in a company is to make another first impression. That was not a good first impression for Collision. And hopefully, like you said, Hill, hopefully they get better with the weeks coming because y'all going to Canada. So let me just put this out there. Canada will also help you out a little bit.
Toronto especially.
Yeah, Canada will help you out. Whoever's sleeping on Canada, don't sleep on Canada. Those some good wrestling folks up there. They know they shit.
It's a little bizarre world at times, but yeah, they do know they got that's a wrestling rich country right there.
Yes, a
Yes.
wrestling bloodline country. No defense to the bloodline, but that's the truth. There's a wrestling blood all over Canada, and they know their fucking shit. So don't sleep on them. Canada could boost your shit up, but don't do that. I'm kind of glad y'all did that in Chicago, because that's the true test is next week. That's the true test going to be next week. What kind of reaction you really gonna get CM Punk?
Yeah.
You know, so that's the only thing I really got a problem with. But it just drove the energy down to that show, and it was, you say neutral, I say mid at best.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I expect, you know what? It's funny that Punk brought up the belt and the dog collar, because you know what? And even though I normally hate borrow anything from Max on this one, you know what that whole promo. Yeah, now this would have been Max's time to use his famous nickname for him, PG Punk, because that's exactly what that promo was. PG.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
And,
saying. That was the
and the
most watered
PG
down.
standing for, pretty gruesome, because I want to go on record. That was the single worst promo CM Punk ever did in his career. And probably with the exception of whatever he did, like when he was a rookie.
No, I doubt that. I mean, he when he was a rookie now, not even a rookie, when he was like his second year, I saw some shit in IWA and FIP in Florida. We actually got it on DVD down here. He was good. That's the one thing that he said he was best at on the mic, and he worked his way up. Like I told y'all, he stole most of his shit from Japanese wrestlers, but that's not correct. But I mean, it's not that it was a bad promo. I just said the timing.
Yep.
This is CM Punk we're talking about. You don't, especially Chicago. I would have had those fans so hyped up without bringing him out until he came out later.
Yeah.
Like, you got the matches already set up. The card on paper was good.
Or hell, even if you wanted to, like, have him, like when him and FTR come out, have him do the promo then. I probably would like that. Yeah.
I probably would like that. But I mean, like I said, with the show, how the show was, with the card, I think the card would have been precise. And let's not forget this. CM Punk ain't the only motherfucker that was on this card from Chicago.
Yep.
Juice Robinson is from Chicago. Scott Blue is from Chicago. And hell, you saw what happened when Juice got in the ring.
Yep.
They was saying Juice. And so y'all had the right people there. That promo was just a waste of time. Mm-hmm. You should have started off with the TNT title. I mean, I understand if you wanted to hear from him, but if you want to hear from him, you want to hear not CM Punk, you want to hear Phil Brooks. Go watch the ESPN fucking interview. You want CM Punk to wrestle so we can see where the fuck he at. Because as what I seen last night was not all I need to see. I need to see more, because he just come back from that tricep injury. Mm-hmm. And a triple threat, a trios match is protecting him.
Yep.
You know.
And actually, they brought that up on commentary, because I forgot if it was either Kevin or it was JR, but I was noticing that they were limiting his minutes.
You added something else, Reese. You added something else. I'm not used to Kevin Kelly on in these United States anymore. This is not the same. Kevin Kelly is a Japan English commentator. And I was like, oh God, this don't even seem right. This is not right. It's something wrong with it. And let's give a little prayer to JR. He fell. And that's probably another thing that made this show, because everybody's worried about JR. To me anyway. Like, it's trying to do a job, but JR fell and shit, and he got a little boo-boo.
Boo-boo my ass. Let me tell you, they ain't no flag on the play. Boo-boo my ass. That mother
black as us.
Yeah. Look like he got his ass whooped. That's what it looked like.
Wait, hold on now.
You hear his voice? Hold
on now.
We're gonna see a suplex. Sorry, everybody. I'm okay. I'm gonna drink some milk.
Hold on now.
Some Powerade.
You see where he was at now. He was in Chicago. I don't want nobody saying that somebody in Chicago whooped JR's ass. He got his ass whooped.
What?
He got a boo-boo. He got a boo-boo. Fuck that. Yeah, he was in Oklahoma or something. I said, yeah, he got his ass whooped. But we in Chicago. Say he got his ass whooped. He might did get his ass whooped. He didn't fall. That's like these women that get abused saying, "Oh, I ran to the door." No, we're not saying that. No. We're not saying that. No, hell.
We all fail, but goddamn, not that hard.
Yeah, well, at least JR at least managed to make a little joke about it to an extent. You say, "Hey, when you get older, you get clumsy," and I love how Kevin was saying, "No."
But you know, it's and it's crazy that at least he came back and did the main event.
Yep.
Dude is a true professional, true Hall of Famer. But that the commentary team was not. That's not it.
Yeah, because I was about to say, because like Kevin and Nigel, I don't even think did they work together in Ring of Kevin's last season Ring of Honor?
Yes, they did. But
I believe so.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I mean, you got Nigel McGuinness who still got that. You could feel it. He still got that WWE in him.
Yep.
Kevin Kelly, who's been doing Japan for the past, I don't know what, 4 or 5, maybe longer.
Yeah.
Maybe longer, maybe 8 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Up to
full time with New Japan. And then you got JR rumbling, stumbling, falling, breaking, bruising. You know, I don't know, and I know I'm gonna be the bad guy to say this, but I think it's time to give JR a farewell.
They ain't got Hall of Fame already.
He got Hall of Fame. He got Hall of Fame WWE. But I mean, you gotta get him a farewell.
Like overall, because like I said, Jim's like one of the top 3 all time when it comes to commentary, and it's like, dude, like I know, like the guy still has a passion for it, but it's like if you're going to use him, like, you know what? I would have him be a remote analyst, like, or somebody who could like look as a fan and then like be an advisor, but only from a remote standpoint, because like, yeah, his game has definitely been off like for a while, and not to mention, like I said, if he's getting like I said, if you don't want to take a chance of him, like going somewhere and then like kind of like what happened last night, getting another one of these injuries, the next thing you know, man's gonna wind up needing medical attention and stuff. Is like,
I mean, the sign was there a long time ago. He said something about WWE on the show or something like that, and
God,
he was calling people by their old personas in WWE and stuff like that, and that was one sign. But the sign with me is that I wouldn't say I'm not gonna say get rid of him, but as a commentary, I could get him a segment called JR's Corner or something like that, where he's doing a one-on-one interview with someone. You know, to set the like they used to do. They had to set the stone, the table for something like that. I
have him to help get somebody over that's kind of on the board.
I mean,
pretty much you want to be like the male version of Bravo Walter.
No, well, remember, put like this. A lot of those sit down interviews got people over in a major way, a la Mankind. The segment with Triple H, The Rock, not to mention those segments where he had the main event side by side and stuff like that. I could see him still doing that, just because it would add more attention to the story of where they're going with these characters to face each other and stuff like that. You gotta give him a farewell, man, because honestly, it's hard. It's very hard for someone that's been doing it for so long as JR has, and he's a fan. He even said, "I'm a fan first." But dude, it's time to go. I mean, it was hard for us to say why the Genes
Gordon Soley.
It was hard for us to say Gorilla. It's hard for us to say it for Bobby Heenan. But hell, even Jerry the King Lawler was trying to continue after having a stroke on live TV. You gotta do something better And you guys who that's why I don't get mad at the WWE when they try to put new people on the side. If it don't work out, they gotta go. But I get where they're going. Some people are losing their touch. Jim Ross is he don't and people want to hold on to Jim Ross because he was part of the Attitude Era. He was part of our many
Or
many calls.
NWA, and I thought about what
Oh,
you were talking about Friday because yeah, I remember like when I first got up, I was like Friday nights at 10:20, I would hear him on TBS on the Power Hour, and then when they switched to Saturday mornings,
all right. I mean, it's
um, and they hear him occasionally on Worldwide, and then of course always on Saturday night in the main event,
you.
Saturdays
I
and
feel like this.
Sundays. Yeah,
Your childhood to your adulthood, you heard Jim Ross. We heard Jim Ross from, like you just said, from the WCW and NWA days. Some people heard him from the Mid South days,
yep,
all the way to he got hired with a toga on in WrestleMania 9.
yeah,
To he got probably fired 2 or 3 times in WWF, but they finally found a spot because there was no one better at the job. And then the Attitude Era, we all grew up listening to, like I just said, all his famous calls, Austin wins, all that shit. We
yep,
got that. But we this is the problem with us as fans of anything, wrestling, basketball, football. Our heroes grow old,
yep,
but we live by their resume, and we like, oh no, but we got to be real, man.
yep,
Jr. We love Jr. But Jr. he cannot be he can't do commentary.
yeah.
I know Tony Khan, like I owe him something. You don't owe him a damn thing, Tony. He did everything he could possibly do to make us enjoy wrestling for over 25 fucking years.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. 30. 30. My wife just said 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, hold up. And I'm not saying, trust me, we're not getting rid of JR because he still got a podcast.
I'll say,
Yeah.
yeah, the grilling with Jr. Yeah,
Yes. And that's
and
the
then
best.
and stuff he does with Conrad too on the Conrad.
Yeah, right. So he's the dude is not going nowhere, but as a commentator,
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but we gotta get JR Felware. Y'all gotta find a way to put AEW in Oklahoma and dedicate the whole damn 2 hours. I don't care if it's on Dynamite. I don't care if it's on Collision. I don't care if you find a way to put it on Rampage. Or,
I would do one better. Give like a, oh, what we got going on now? Not All Out, but maybe do Revolution or
Oklahoma.
Full Gear. Like give him a pay per view.
I mean, you know what? If you want to do that, then give us a special, like y'all, no disrespect, something like, not to say that he passed away, but something like y'all did Miss Andrew. Jay. You know how they did a little the tribute on YouTube, and stuff like that. Give us a 3-hour special that we all could enjoy for free, and we could go back and watch it anytime we want.
Yeah.
I mean, JR deserves that. He deserves a send off, and not saying send off like, well, good luck to your future endeavors. No. Just as a commentator, dedicated, blah blah. Yeah. And then like, hey, we still want you to do stuff for us, like, a sit down here or hell, when y'all do get your streaming service, Grilling with JR could be on that. Just like how the WWE took Stone Cold shit and put Stone Cold podcast on. When they was going to do Chris Jericho, if y'all remember that, Talking Jericho was going to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do something like that when they get their streaming service. Like, I'm not saying give him the boot, but as a commentator for these shows, JR, you know what the fucked up part is? I kind of read this shit on before he even got to AEW. When he used to do the New Japan show on Access Television with
Josh Barnett.
I kind of felt that way because he could not stop talking about WWE while he looking at New Japan. So I was like, oh, okay.
I give you one. Remember in Wrestle Kingdom, I think it was like 9 or 10, and when the Bullet Club was wrestling, and I think it was Josh Barnett or Kevin Kelly talking about the difference between the American fans and the Japanese fans. Mm-hmm. And Kevin Kelly said, you know what? Let's sit back and listen to the fans, see reaction. In 3 seconds, JR to start talking out of nowhere. You know what I was saying? Oh my God, JR, can we just fall back and listen to damn fans? But
yeah, that's it. That's his system. That's JR is a fan too. So you saying you want to sit back and listen to a fan and his head click. I'm a fan with a microphone right here. So that's his thing. I want to waste our time talking about JR and because it make it sound like we bad mouth him, but I'm not bad mouth him. I love JR. JR is it's an instrument of my childhood. Like I'm not just talking about the actor. I'm talking about fucking WCW, NWA, and probably my father would come if he was on here. Tell you Mid South Wrestling when the motherfucker was a referee. But I just think when it's time to move on and try to get yourself better. I honestly had no problem with Kevin Kelly and Nigel calling when they was by themselves. Calling. I think that could be the team for Collision. And I just need JR to step aside. I mean, I give this shit a good step aside because if it was Tallahassee,
Shit.
y'all know I'll be waiting for Tallahassee to step the fuck aside. Like, listen, do what the other elders do and get your next generation of stars ready. No, he think he's still the man. Now he's trying to get NJF belt, and everybody like, oh yeah, they're not putting that belt on Tallahassee. Y'all know it. Y'all know they're not doing it. Why would y'all put this Hall of Famer? Guaranteed first ballot motherfucking Hall of Fame, not just WWE in wrestling. Period. Hall of Famer. Sacrifice him 2 years in a row, and you know it. They go this year. This year, Forbidden Door gonna be balanced. I give you. I'm gonna say this right now. It's gonna be balanced. It's not gonna be a whole bunch of New Japan with. It's not gonna be a whole bunch of AEW. It's gonna be balanced. But the one match I do know, well, two matches. Two matches I do know. One, Tallahassee is not winning that fucking belt.
Yep.
And two, Jungle Boy is not winning that fucking belt. But
I knew that, but Jungle Boy ain't gonna win. But
what I'm going to say this, and mark me, Jock Quest, if you watching, I'm pulling you on this one. Jungle Boy turning heel that night. He's gonna do something stupid. I don't know if he's gonna attack Hook. Or he gonna try to do something heelish against Sonata. Jungle Boy gonna show some heel shit that night. That's all I gotta say.
Him going.
Chris said it too, because he was like, you notice how Jungle Boy was remarking, I'm tired of seeing you being the only one with a belt or whatever it was.
Right, and then and
speaking of getting belts,
wait, but now I said that I put a comment on that for the Wolfpack Wrestling podcast. Shout out to Wolfpack Wrestling podcast, by the way. And I said, man, he's going after the FTWs. And I think R-Star said, y'all saying he's going after a belt that don't count. And I said, yeah, because that's the only belt he gonna win.
The FTW title?
Yeah, that's the only belt he gonna win. I mean, it's an outlaw belt.
Which one you get?
Yeah, which belt you got? You got a belt?
No, I ain't got an FTW, but the other title is coming soon once I pay it off. But anyway.
I mean, that's why I said I feel like Jungle Boy is going to turn heel. And the only reason I said that because he said the most hated words in wrestling today. You're my best friend.
Yep.
How is Hook your best friend? Y'all just, man, don't start that bullshit with me. So you have a storyline. It was once best friends. If I was Taz, I would look over like, really gonna do this? And I don't know, was it y'all or somebody else that said something about Taz want Hook to go to WWE?
I saw that.
I saw that, and I called storyline bullshit.
Okay.
Because ain't no fucking way Hook will go to WWE. Because Hook he's too big for WWE. No, I take it back. They don't know what to do with the Hook. They don't know what to do with Hook because AEW they know what to do with him. Get the look, the music, the move.
They don't. No, they don't.
The look.
No. They don't know what to do with Hook. They put Hook in bullshit matches. And then they got him tagging up just with random people. One week he's with the Hardy Boys. Next week he with Jungle Boy. Then he with Orange Cassidy.
One week he even time with Action Bronson.
Right, like they don't know what to do with him either. And this is the problem with AEW. This problem with AEW. When you got someone that's hot, Hook is still undefeated. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
When you got someone hot, but you want to put TV time on certain things. You want to put the hottest thing that y'all got going, keep it going to the shit to people like, all right, that's enough. You're not giving us nothing, and then you gave him his father's title, which is the outlaw title. It's not real title. As I think I'm give Wolfpack a lot of shout outs so far. On DK, Dark Kent even said it best. That's like having the $1 million title. It don't really count. Like just for certain people in a storyline, it don't count though. So if he do, this is where I'm in the middle with if this is a real story about Taz with him. It did say Taz would like for Triple H and Shawn Michaels to work on his mic skills. That's about it. If he wanted to go there to go to NXT, he ain't saying about the main roster.
Yep.
Did not say main roster. He said NXT, where they could go and work on his promos because remember the AEW, you got no script, you just got a time limit. So you can say pretty much anything you want. You're on your own, you know. And we only hear Hook talk 3-4 times, and he really say much.
He's a badass, and which we'll talk about that later on. The main event, co-main event, co-main event.
Listen, this is because you quiet don't mean you're a badass. Sometimes you quiet because you shy as shit. You know?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Them quiet ones is the one that you look out the most.
You say that in jail. You say that in jail. I don't say that.
Hey,
shit.
sometimes that's true in real life.
I know.
That's true even out of jail.
Hold on. I don't say that shit. I just say, when someone's quiet, I don't say, "Oh, he must be dangerous." I just say I don't want to test those values because either way, you're gonna get either a badass or some nutcase, or you get someone that's fucking shy and can't fight for themselves. So I don't want to touch that. I don't want to find out. Let's put it like that. I don't want to find out, like you said, but in a different way. Like I don't want to find out which side of the coin you on. But I mean, shit. He like, listen. I'm not downgrading nobody that play lacrosse. Not downplaying no one that play lacrosse. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just making sure that's in parentheses somewhere.
Yeah, we got you.
But I play football. Does that make me a badass? And trust me, I used to be just like him. Had my hoodie out, black hoodie, sit like this. I eat my cheese doodles, not no damn Doritos or Funyuns. I eat cheese doodles. And I didn't say shit, but that ain't make me no badass. What mean badass is someone tests me and I beat their ass. That ain't badass. But you know, I like Hook. Hook remind me of what some people like a Roman Reigns could have been if he didn't say much. Like, you know how when we first saw Roman Reigns in the field, all he said was believe that. You know? And that's not start like Roman Reigns until they start putting the mic on. Y'all know where I'm going with such and such. And then blah blah.
Although I do gotta give him one shield moment though. I do gotta give him one shield moment. Because I was like the one time when he was like turning to Renee and saying, "Yo, baby girl," and he did that whole little bit. That was just one smooth moment, though.
But you know why he did that? Because he know who she was dating at the time, so he thought I could get away with that. But I see Hook. If he do come to the E, I think they would probably pander to him like they do with Braun Breaker. Like you just said, we're gonna talk about that later. The co-main event, a son situation. Because honestly, this is what I say about if Hook go to WWE. Do you know that's gonna be I'm sorry era for Hill, right?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, it's gonna be for what we did to your father. We're gonna make our mistakes not on you. You know. But I told everybody this, that people can kiss my ass, you don't believe, but Taz already said it, so I'm going to repeat what Taz said. For the many years he worked at ECW, those fucking injuries caught up with him. And y'all forgot this man had a broken neck.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
And by the time he got to ECW, that shit caught up with him. I know WWE, he caught up with him. Because they was going to make this motherfucker untouchable. And you beat Kurt Angle on your first night, the Raw you got, you went to WrestleMania, you brought the ECW title to WWE and defended it.
Yep.
And wrestled the WWE championship Triple H. You know that bullshit match. But still, you know, They was trying to move it up, but his injuries caught up with him, and I'm kind of sad at that. So
But
if they do get him,
you gotta think about Kurt Angle. He wrestled with a broken freaking neck, and
okay,
he carry on.
okay, so we go. All right, we're gonna do that. All right. Kurt Angle wrestled with a broken neck, a broken freaking neck, an amateur style, Greek style gold medalist with a broken neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, he ain't touched the mat for what? I don't know how many years, right?
2 years.
2 years. 2 years. And then he came to wrestling. He didn't do no hardcore matches, none of that shit until down the line, like probably a year later. So like that, with him and Shane and all that stuff. Okay. We're talking about Taz broke his neck.
Do we count Hell in the Cell?
Okay, sorry, Hell in the Cell, WWF champion. Got you. Okay. We're talking about someone that broke the name ECW. Got spiked.
Right,
broke his neck.
I think wasn't it Benoit that did it?
Dean Malenko, I think.
Dean Malenko and Tuco Scorpio.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, because it was Taz and Eddie Guerrero against Tuco Scorpio. Dean
Right.
Malenko. Broke his neck, was out for like a year, came back, changed his whole wrestling style. Well, it's not whole wrestling style, but changed his persona. Yep. So the really badass Taz, Dojo, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Still working the ECW matches. Remember, it was not traditional. Like, motherfuckers suplex motherfuckers on tables and all that shit, going through stages, going through fucking rings and all that. I would not. I get where you're going with it, because shit. If we gonna go there, we can go with Edge wrestle with a broken neck, Chris Benoit broken, Stone Cold Steve Austin, but Taz was still wrestling ECW style, hardcore wrestling as a TV champion, as the FCW champion, ECW champion, and that shit caught up with him at the wrong time when he finally got to the I guess in his eyes, I was going to just repeat what he said when he finally got to the big time, his dream, which is it's crazy to say that because it's for some reason it's still everybody's dream to put that shit on their resume. WWE. I don't understand it, but we will talk about that another time because I know we got something else to talk about.
I got to throw a flag on that. When he was an ECW champion, he took a whole lot of shit about Stone Cold, The Rock, Ric Flair, WCW. But for him to say that's his dream, I guess that's his job because Paul Heyman did make him say that.
No. Let me get to this for a minute. Mm-hmm. When you say that, you get the eyeball of that company. When you start talking shit saying, when that guy was here, I tore him up, blah, blah. Huh, really? Let me see what else you got. Or blah. Because, yes, you're right. When he said that shit about WCW, guess what? WCW was looking at him. And, he's too short, blah, blah, blah. But with WWE looked at it, this is the Attitude Era. You can get away with a lot of shit in the Attitude Era.
Yep.
And you can be short and still get away with shit. And Taz was a badass. Taz could be still a badass if you want to put him in the ring right now. Just got to protect him a little bit. But I digress. Shout out to Chris. But that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. When he was talking about that shit, one, that's Paul Heyman. Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman, you watched that. I forgot what it was. Was behind the scenes with ECW and Mick Foley Rock match, right? And he used to do that shit like, hey, no one's bigger than y'all. Prove them wrong. They ain't want y'all. Fine, y'all here now. Blah 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 blah. You know, Paul Heyman was a rah, get your ass motivated guy, and make your ass start wrestling thumbtacks and barbed wires and shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then come back like, why did I do this? You know, but Taz, I think if Taz was called a little bit earlier, I say if y'all remember In Your House when ECW invaded the
Mind Game.
Yeah, if they would have called him around that time, because he was hot around that time. He was not the ECW champion, but he was hot around that time, especially he kept on calling Sabu out and shit, right? If they would have got around that time, I think he'd have been all right. But it was at that time, it was not the Attitude Era. They were still a little bit cartoonish. Yep. So they probably would have made him the Taz Maniac again, and they already had somebody like Taz at the time.
Kama.
Was Kama Mustafa.
Yep.
I mean, I could see a tag team they wanted to go that route, but it wouldn't look good for his character around that time, because that was a foul mouthed little motherfucker that would suplex your ass every which way, and and probably chuckle a little bit because you're still trying to fight. Remember the saying, beat me if you can, survive if I'll let you.
Mm.
And you know if Hook come to WWE, it's gonna be I'm sorry.
Yep.
And they gonna book that motherfucker how they wanted to book Taz. And I can see it right now. And then the vignettes they're gonna use, they got all the Taz library. The vignettes they can use, that could have worked in NXT. In NXT, I don't know about the main roster. I'm still shaky when it comes to the main roster.
And you see who run that place.
Yep.
No, we don't know what I'm gonna say this when we say that we see on the credits who run the place, but we know who's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know who's that's like we
kind of like that's like the 80s. Is like we see Jack Tunney, like he's supposed to be the president, but we all know who's the real boss.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm definitely that rumor. I think I don't even want to talk about that rumor no more. Right, but collision. Hopefully it gets better. But I think the one thing they did that set the mood down was that situation. But anyway, what else we got in store? Because I really
let's go. I feel like let's go redo next.
Redo. Oh yeah, because we got a co-main event, don't we?
Yeah.
All right. So today's redo. Going Starrcade 97.
Good Lord.
All right. Yeah. All
Classic.
right. So here was the rundown for the card. Of course, the main event, obviously, Hollywood Hogan defending the WCW Championship against Sting. We had Kurt Hennig defending the United States title against Diamond Dallas Page. We had Eddie Guerrero defend the Cruiserweight title against Dean Malenko. We had Larry Zbyszko taking on Eric Bischoff and with Bret Hart as special guest referee. And remember, if Zbyszko won that match, he would get a match against Scott Hall. We had Chris Benoit versus Saturn in a Raven Rules match. Lex Luger taking on Buff Bagwell. Then we had a 6-man tag with the Steiners and Ray Traylor taking on Macho Man, Randy Savage, Scott Flash Norton, and Vincent, aka Virgil. And then we had Mongo McMichael against Goldberg.
Oh God, where do we begin?
Classic.
Now that was the card as it was left. That's the card that actually happened. There was supposed to be a match, I think, with Kevin Nash and the Giant, but Nash didn't want to wrestle that night.
Well, there's two things that's supposed to happen. So what was supposed to happen was supposed to be Ric Flair versus Kurt Hennig rematch of World War III. But I think NWO and Kurt Hennig fucked up Ric Flair. Yeah. So and DDP came to save Ric Flair, which at that he called out Kurt Hennig and said I told you it's not over. We gonna have the match at Starrcade and blah blah. Yep. That's one thing I would like. I don't want to redo it, but I definitely want to shout out that it was in Washington D.C. Yep. And at the time the MCI arena. Did anybody remember that? That coming MCI? Yeah. MCI. Lord God. But that was the first wrestling event in the MCI center. Home of the Washington Bullets at the time, but Wizards turned Wizards. That was goddamn. Okay, so the redo I got that I said before you start, I think I already said this last week. I said the redo I got. Why they had every WCW wrestler out in the fucking audience?
They want to see the big fight. That's the whole point. The big fight between Sting and Hogan.
No. Tradition. Remember, that's what they was going by. There's the tradition. Tradition is your ass is in the back watching the monitors and y'all cheering. You know those seats should have went to fucking fans. Yep. Fucking wrestling fans. Didn't sell out. That's right. Exactly. That you're telling me this shit didn't sell out. That's what you're telling me. Because I mean, it was all over the place. Old ass Greg the Helmet Valentine was there for God's sake. Yeah. Harlem Heat was standing there. Oh, Booker T. Oh my God. I don't know how much I don't know how much S curl spray he sprayed on his flat top, but that shit was shiny as hell. Boy,
That was in the 90s, back in
yes,
the
it
90s
was.
era.
Yeah.
That shit was glistering like a mother. I like,
It was
god
like,
damn, that shit shot. Look at the
it had
flame
like
on
the Eddie Murphy special up in
He
there.
had, man, that shit. He had the cut. You know, had the Rico stash going on.
Yeah.
He had the little sideburn. That shit was.
But you realize there's no WWE females at the time.
Oh.
But if there was,
oh, good lord, the Nitro girls. That's
yeah,
about it. The Nitro girls. That's about it. But I mean,
barely legal. One more time.
Yeah.
Barely. No, guilty as charged. There we go. Guilty as charged.
Guilty as charged with that man. I mean, it was all over. It was all over the place. The people in the front row, you could see the Mexico. Right. I mean, that's my one redo is like, no, get your asses out this seat. But I understand what they was doing at the end of the show. But no, y'all could have ran your ass down the aisle instead of crossing. So you would give the fans this idea. Well, they was fans and they jumped the guardrail. I guess we could do it too. I mean, this is not. I know this is like 1997, 98, 98. So I guess they wouldn't do that but this was happening in 2023. Fans like, oh, we can do that now. Woo, woo! Everybody was jump that shit. So that's my first redo. So let's go with the card. That's the one redo. I like, y'all wrestlers, get your ass in the back and eat some, enjoy a salad. And watch this shit.
You know what? Yeah, I would tell you what would have been my first. What would have been my first redo? Yeah, first of all, if y'all was going to have, since this was going to be an MCI and whatnot, yeah, damn it, I would have had Alyssa Milano up in there, with that Ava Save-A-Lot.
Wow.
Hey, remember they used to do that 1-800 collect. MCI used to do that 1-800 collection.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, 1-800 collect back in the days. Sweet baby Jesus.
We was laughing. I was just making fun of that shit when we announced that we was gonna do this. I was making fun of that shit. I was like, yo, first of all, where's a payphone these days? You can't find a payphone to save your life. And then you got 1010 220. What did you say? What was the other one? 1-800 collect.
Yep.
Call AT&T.
What else? 188 any wrestling promotion hotline.
Yeah.
BG Oakland was the fucking. He was the dirt sheet before dirt sheet, bro. Between him and Joey Styles. Scheme Gene. But I mean, that's one I would have took advantage of that. Hell, that's probably why fucking Carrot Top look how he look now. That nigga huge, man.
Good God.
Carrot Top looked like he just inject himself.
I forgot. Did Chris Rock used to do like commercials?
Chris Rock did some Carrot Top. Lisa and Melissa Milano. There's a lot of people did that. They got paid good money to just tell us to dial some shit that we had to put no 25, 50 cents to pay for no more.
Yeah.
I mean, I just tell motherfuckers here, call this payphone at this time and I'll be there, which I kind of did. So.
At least you got your people.
Oh, don't get me started with freaking Smart Beat.
Beep, beep,
99 cents a month. God damn it.
Yeah, you know what's the sad part about this pay-per-view? This is one of those times where how you say you put a really hot match on first to get to set the tone of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this is one time where that didn't apply because sadly the only match I would have kept on this was Guerrero Malenko, which was the opening match.
Yes. Well, knowing the history of those two, I know they tried to do some storyline with that, and because it was A Guerrero that cost Dean Malenko the United States title, and he came out for revenge. Then if you look for the long game, the Dean Malenko story of him losing consecutive pay-per-view matches.
Oh no, this was Jericho. The start of it.
Yeah, this is the start of it. But I get it. But it seemed like the fans was not into it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why if you say you was, well, I don't think back then they knew the word purist at the time, but you say you was a wrestling fan and you knew about A Guerrero, Dean Malenko, what they did in ECW. Hell, what they did when they first got to WCW.
Yep.
This should fucking set the goddamn pay-per-view on fire. Should have. But I don't think the fans was
They
into
did
it.
their part. They did
Yeah.
their part.
Oh yeah,
But
I liked
the
it. I
rest of the
liked it.
pay-per-view. Oh no, the fans were into it too, but it was just that unfortunately everybody that did things afterwards, yeah.
It looked like an overpaid Nitro.
Yeah,
I
especially
won't go
after
that far.
Only reason I say that because the first, what I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Reese. Was this the second thing that happened? Scott Hall coming out to do a fucking survey.
Yep. Yeah,
And,
because remember that's where he told the giant, yeah, Kevin ain't wrestling tonight.
that's a
And then he
Nitro
got the
segment.
ticket, and then he got yeah, and then the giant came out and choke slam Hall. Says like, all right, if I can't get your boy, I'll just whip your ass instead.
That's a
Yeah,
Nitro segment. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, that's my opinion. That's a nice that could be redo. That could have been wait. That could have waited. I mean, we didn't get Thunder yet, so that had to wait to Nitro.
that's a year later.
Right, that he had to explain why the Giant was not there, and then he do the little survey on Nitro, which was it was still this year, so which was the bullshit happened that next Nitro, but we ain't gonna talk about that one.
right.
But I would have saved it for Nitro instead of doing it there.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I would have made DDP and Hennig longer.
Mm.
Yeah, because they only gave the. You know, it's sad when Zabisco versus Bischoff was longer than most of the matches on this call.
You just
Interference.
said it. You just said it. It's Bischoff.
Yeah.
Bischoff don't get that much shine, so when you got him against with the stakes, because not only if Zabisco would have lost
on the line,
right? If remember the week before Starrcade, they kind of did take over Nitro.
Yep.
And but we said this too. What WCW? Damn, I think this is a big shout out to wrestling, Wolfpack Wrestling, because I think Dark Kid brought it up about what they did to Bret Hart on WCW. You got Bret Hart at the highest of pretty much his career right there. The screw job happened. The dude's name was all over wrestling. Wherever you talk about wrestling, you talk about the screw job at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And you had him do the referee spot.
I will say they fumble, but they try to find his marquee. They try to find where to put him at. Because at first they say they don't know he's a part of the NWO or he part of the WCW, but they were searching, and you could tell they were really searching, or scrambling for a storyline for Bret Hart.
Here's the thing: in the month between when they were making the negotiations, and then when they had the whole NWO walking out and with the Canadian flag thing, and Rude was, and then when Rude showed up, I was like, you know what? They should have had that ironed out before they even brought Bret out.
You know, the crazy thing about that situation, they had Bret. They knew they had Bret already.
Yeah, that's what I'm meaning.
Right.
Because they should have figured this out before the negotiation.
Right.
They were making the negotiations.
They knew they had him. So right. So the screw job was just it was like, oh shit, here you go. This is it. This is the dagger. That could have hurt WWF so fucking much. And they would have bounced, if WWF would have bounced off that and put Bret Hart, I want to say in title contention, but in a storyline with the NWO, like he's the cancer, like he's the guy that's coming to take NWO out, and he's like, something that could get our attention. You already got our attention with him coming out, and then they did a little promo where they say he's with the referee, and then he played with Eric Bischoff head saying, I'm gonna be a fair referee. And he's like, oh, and remember he called Bret like 5 times. Bret walked away, ignoring him. He's following Bret. He kept on doing that. And then the week before Starrcade, you got him sitting in the car with Bischoff and shit. But I'm sorry, I would have had a match ready for Bret Hart. Y'all making like Bret Hart was not ready for wrestling. I would have had a match ready for Bret Hart that would set the tone for the next year. But y'all wait till next year to put him against Ric Flair. And Ric Flair was not even done with Kurt Hennig.
Yep.
It
That
like I
was not even
said,
done.
scrambling. They was scrambling for the
Right,
story.
right. Y'all, like, all right, y'all was just serving, like, I don't know, y'all punching Ric Flair. It's like, no, we're just gonna give you this match, and we're gonna put Brett over, and stuff like that. They had it. I'm sorry, I'm to this day would say they had a dagger in their hand.
That's
All
like,
they had to do was
I'm gonna
stab.
tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what the match should have been. All right, you had Hogan as champ, right? I would have brought Brett up at that moment, and it was like, okay, NWO trying to cheat. I would have had Brett take out every last one, and then it was like, okay, because remember, what has Brett been saying for the past 5? Well, although he didn't say it, like we didn't know have it public knowledge, but how did he feel the last 5 years that Hulk Hogan like did him dirty at WrestleMania? So it's been like, you know what? If you would have found a loose way to like incorporate that into it, you could have had Brett versus Hogan, if not until then at least a Super Brawl.
I would now. This is the thing. If anything, I would have probably kept the ending, but with Nick Patrick actually counting fast. If he would have counted real fast, and then Bret Hart come out and restart the match, and then cost Hogan the title, and then the story next is now Hogan wants a piece of Bret Hart. Yeah. Or how about this? Instead of wasting our time with Bret Hart coming on Nitro, Bret Hart debuted on Starrcade.
That's where I was going with that.
He stayed. He would have debuted on Starrcade, which would make more eyes. Whatever. I mean, it was a lot of eyes. Let's say this. It had some record numbers for the pay-per-view buy rates for this pay-per-view, and we all know why. But it would have probably doubled if you would have said Bret Hart is coming to Starrcade. And what side he's going? Like they did with Macho Man. Y'all remember when Macho Man first came to WCW?
Oh yeah,
and Macho Man's coming.
Is he with the dungeon or going to slap him?
Right. So I would have done something like that. But to have him referee this match, and don't get me wrong, the stakes was high, but the wrong people was it. I mean, Larry Zbyszko, old ass. I was like, oh my god, no. This man had more hair on his chest than fucking carpet. And then you got Eric Bischoff, Mr. YMCA's Karate Man. And so I did not dig the match. The match you all wanted was Larry Zbyszko against Scott Hall. Scott Hall wasn't doing nothing that night.
Nope.
Why not have that match right there on Starrcade? Y'all was building this shit all year. Y'all biggest show,
especially since when Zbyszko came out of Fall Brawling, like,
yeah, they built this shit, bro. They built this shit for a long time, and the Starrcade y'all WrestleMania. Yep. Right, that should have been it right there. Not Super Brawl, which we all know what happened there.
Or that sold out.
Sold out. But again, we all know what happened when Larry Zbyszko finally versus Scott Hall.
Yeah.
But yeah. I would have put Scott Hall against Larry Zbyszko.
Yep.
Nitro on the line.
Yep.
You know, just Nitro on the line because you already got Scott Hall in the ring. Because it makes more sense too. Because who was the first NWO member to come on Nitro? Scott Hall. Right. So I would have changed. I would have changed it that way.
Yeah.
But like you said, and then the time when that match would probably make sense.
Yeah.
So
all right, and then another thing. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I would have then changed the. Yeah, I would have probably changed like the tag. Yeah, I would have probably changed like the tag match for Yeah, because being the Steiners were the tag champions. Yeah. Damn. Who I would have put them?
Who? They were the tag champions.
I would have had them again. Yeah, I would have put them again. Yeah, I would have put them against like Norton and Bagwell. Yeah, the Vicious Delicious.
Yeah, somebody in NWO that like probably just softened them up. But I think the reason why I think this was going the way it was going because Scott was getting ready to turn his pump.
Yeah,
he's just getting ready because he was already getting a little arrogant.
Yeah,
and he barely wanted to tag out. So
no, that didn't start then.
no, but he was getting he was getting
Right, he
arrogant.
started that
He started getting arrogant this match though. If you watch back, he was he was just mouthing off like what the fuck?
Well,
you know,
Scott kind of always mouthed it off with people, but no, to an
not
extent.
Like this, not like this. And the fact that Macho Man came out like, man, y'all ain't had nothing for Macho Man. Y'all put him in this match.
Yeah.
Very random.
Very random. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And they got the win. So.
True. Or it's like, damn, I had to like think about who. Or because you know what, I just thought of something because Stevie was hurt this time, so that explained why Booker was going solo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think was he television champion at this time?
Oh no, he won it the next night on Nitro.
Okay. So that means it was Disco Inferno.
Yeah.
Okay. Another match I would definitely redo. It was supposed to be Chris Benoit against Raven.
Yeah, but then wound up being Benoit Saturn.
I would have changed that. I would just made it Benoit Saturn instead of doing the hokey doke. And I don't know what they're trying to bring in Benoit with them or something, but it led what it led to. I kind of didn't. I kind of didn't like how it led to Raven and DDP.
I like Perry Saturn haircut.
Perry Saturn was he was doing something with his hair around this time. First, he had a whole bunch of hair. Then he had a mohawk. Then he had some dipsy do going on right here. Then I don't know. Perry was on some shit around this time. Like he left ECW and left the Eliminators for this. I don't know.
You know what's fucked up? Remember the movie Low Down Dirty Shame, where J.A. Pickett Smith old boy. He got the exact same hairstyle like him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. I was just watching that when his never mind. Is this him? Yes.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Wow.
But I think I changed that match. I don't know what I'll change it to, but remember this is also the first time they disbanded the Horsemen. So they didn't know what to do with Christian Benoit. They didn't know what to do with Mongo.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I would have scratched that match off of the card. I'm sorry, that shit was doo-doo. Goldberg against Mongo.
Thankfully, that's why that was the shortest one on there.
Oh my god. I took better shits than that match.
Yeah, and that's like the match on Thunder. The rematch on Thunder wasn't that much better.
Oh my god, I had sacks of White Castle cheeseburgers better than that fucking shit. What the fuck? No.
That was Goldberg's first debut pay-per-view, wasn't it?
Yes, but no one talks about that, and we know why.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh,
that's crazy.
I flushed many shits better than that. That was terrible.
Yeah, well, I think first match on pay-per-view.
But you know what? The fucked up part. I'm gonna say this. I think that's why all Goldberg's matches was what it was after that. Even the commentary, you go back and listen to the commentary, even said Goldberg matches never been this long.
Yeah.
That's why he kept going to that shit, because that was terrible, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Goldberg was the greatest worker in Raw, but I'll say this. You put him with Mongo?
Yeah.
Mongo was a human blooper reel, highlight blooper reel.
If they had a Botchamania Hall of Fame between him, Sabu, what's that dude, Mike Amelie?
Yeah, Mike
Those
Amelie. Those
motherfuckers be the first line ballot Hall of Famers of Botchamania. I'm telling you that.
That's fact. They would be the entire series.
I would take Sabu out. I would take him out. We would not just put like Young Billy and Birdman said, put respect with his name. I ain't played no more.
I'll put respect with his name, but he botched more than a little bit.
He's a legend. Yeah. If I have a customized T-shirt say like Sabu, like the George Stats Michael Jordan logo with the Air Jordan logo in the middle of it. Sabu be in the middle of it, but upside down.
Sabu would be a design with someone going through a table.
Or
That's
either
that.
that or him with the having the chair under him, get ready to do that Arabian face buster.
Right. I mean,
That,
no,
that too.
listen. Sabu's a legend, but he also was a boxing fucking mania. God damn it, he
Yeah,
was the boxing man for boxing mania. You know,
yeah,
the
'cause
dude.
because I remember I do remember there was many a time he messed up that triple jump moonsault.
He messed up the triple. He messed up. I mean, listen. Even the shit. We talk about his prime. We talk about ECW. He
Yeah,
messed up a lot. We talk when he got the WWE and they try to, you know, no. But yes, he's a legend. I get that. He is. Don't get me wrong. The dude, anybody that could duct tape his fucking muscle back in his arm is fucking true hardcore to me. But goddamn it, Mongo and that's why I think I more love Mongo now is because of Botchamania, because they used my favorite line off of goddamn Blazing Saddles. Fuck that shit. Here comes Mongo. I mean that's my fucking line. So, but Mongo was not, and the fact that he's a former United States champion really pissed me off even more. So, I'm
yeah.
that match was horrible. If
I would say
a redo,
the only thing that Real will even though I know he's not a big Mongo fan either. You know what's gonna be the only thing that would make him happy about that was the fact that he beat Jeff Jarrett for it.
listen, it made all of us happy. I mean, I didn't like Jeff Jarrett in WCW, period. So,
Yeah.
Oh wait a minute, where's Jeff Jarrett? You doing like the Four
the
Horsemen Jeff
first,
Jarrett or
so yeah,
Slapnut?
the Four Horses. I actually like the slap because he thought he was the chosen one, and I love his music. Chosen one.
Yeah, doing that Kid Rock cowboy ripoff.
Right. I love when he came back and everybody and all the women were scared of him because he did WWE and all that stuff. I love that one. But when he first came and Eric Bischoff had the best line that
Jeff, I never could sing Jarrett.
Never could sing Jarrett. He has Chippendale's gear on. I was dying laughing. But
Oh God.
right, so I was dying laughing, but I never liked that Jarrett in WCW. WWE, yeah, because that was I know it was all that. But yeah, I probably would happy too. But at the same time, it's still the United States fucking title.
Mm-hmm.
And Mongo's name is part of that list.
And he's a Super Bowl champion.
Although thankfully shortly.
Yeah, thank you, Kurt Hennig, for turning on the horseman and then the next night winning that title. But speaking of that title, I'm not gonna redo Kurt Hennig and DDP because that was a story.
No. Like I said, the only thing I would have probably redone was given it more time because Hennig and DDP for the short time that they feuded, man, they put on, and I felt like this was another evolution of. And I know Savage is usually the main person we credit, and rightfully so, but Kurt Hennig was another person who really upped Diamond Dallas Page's game up like in the '97.
Oh yeah. I mean, when Kurt Hennig first got there, the first thing he did was turn his back on DDP.
Yep.
Then right then and there it was should you even trust that guy anyway? But then they didn't really close the book on that feud until Starrcade. Like they reopened it for just this match, and to give not just that, but to give DDP his rightful place because honestly, remember DDP was the first guy to touch the NWO. He was the first guy to outsmart the NWO.
Yep.
And that Diamond Cutter, yes, it's the Ace Crusher, but in America we know it's a Diamond Cutter, and it was. He was pulling that shit off anywhere. I mean, we talk about Randy Orton. Yeah. DDP was doing that shit first. I mean, he did the fires carry, the top rope, reversal, all that shit.
Hell, like that's the fact that I think in the finish, didn't he did it when Kurt was going for the plex, and like he was like Diamond did it out of that.
Like Diamond cut it out of nowhere. Like we called it the RKO out of nowhere. Diamond cut it out of nowhere. So. I definitely give him more time because like I said, the story, this is who DDP picked to be his partner against Savage, and I think Scott Hall was.
Yep.
And he turned his back, blah blah. Now Starrcade is for the United States title. He took Ric Flair's spot for some reason, even though they said Ric Flair was injured. How he's injured, he come out the next night,
or like
interrupted Bret Hart. You know, so Okay, whatever. But yeah, that match could have been longer, could have been better. Also, it was good, but not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but and then the match. Oh, and then the match that was actually the longest of the night: Buff versus Luger.
Why?
And
Yeah, that was interesting. I would have that match a little bit
even
tad bit
though
shorter because it wasn't important.
Really?
actually to a point, it kind of was because remember because although it was not the best storyline for it, but there was a storyline was the fact that Bagwell Bagwell kept beating Luger. I was like,
So, so
and
y'all.
of course Buff like every week kept bragging about, oh, I'm 3-0 against Lex Luger. I'm 4-0 against
Okay.
Luger, whatever it was.
But
Yeah, he
beat
was
him
kind
by
of doing the Sid Vicious thing before the
beat
before
him by
without the
yeah
two cards. Yeah.
beat him by a freaking count out and
Down out to the
disqualification.
top
They
50.
still had that bullshit disqualification with the top rope rule and
Hmm.
shit. But my thing is this: the only thing I see about this match is you put Lex Luger in the card. You had to give Lex Luger something to do. That's the guy that was the first guy that beat Hulk Hogan for the World Heavyweight title that year.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you had to do something with Luger or Luger probably went in the back and boo-hooed and temper tantrum with his fucking denim mohawk mullet he was growing there and stuff. So he had to do something. So you get a sacrificial lamb named Buff Bagwell. Yeah, now how we gonna sell this to go on Starrcade? Okay, let's say he beat Luger, and then we do a little rematch the next Monday, and he beat Luger again. Okay, we do another rematch on Nitro, and Luger can't beat him. So we wait for the payoff at the pay-per-view.
Mhm.
I was not feeling it then, and
Yep.
I'm definitely not feeling it now. Like I'm kidding. I did not feel that Buff Bagwell. Honestly, this was the story you're gonna give Buff Bagwell. And Buff was hot around this time. Remember, you hear Buff Daddy. Everybody don't give it. Don't. I don't hear nobody was not doing that stupid.
Yeah, wait a minute. He
Oh,
didn't
no,
he didn't
hold
have
up.
the
Wait a
theme
minute.
song yet.
Flag,
He didn't have
flag
the
on the
theme
play.
song yet.
I just talked about that shit
I don't want to
4
hear
or 5
nobody
episodes
was
ago.
not doing that. I don't want to hear nobody was not doing that.
Yeah.
So you ain't do. Okay, you need that part.
No.
But,
I just said I don't want to hear no one say they was not doing it because Buff was hot around that time, and
but
everybody wanted a top hat, airbrushed.
Yep.
Everybody wanted. You could be the most skinniest Somalian in the goddamn country. You was doing.
Damn.
but did you?
No,
But here's my question.
No
But
time
did,
viewers to Somalia. If we got
hey,
any.
I'm just keeping it real. Y'all eat.
hey, but anyway, but I bet you one of you had an overall outfit with a spray paint.
I did not have an overall outfit spray paint, but I did have overall outfit. Hell, I still got one now, but I don't have a spray paint. If I did, I would have with that Buff Bagwell for Halloween. I said it online. I was doing that stupid shit in high school. I was out buff, but I had some type of muscle tone. I was like, yeah. Daddy.
Yeah.
I did that dance too. Buff Bagwell was over.
He was over, but this is what y'all give him. Y'all sacrificed him. You get what I'm saying? Y'all sacrificed him for a payoff that honestly no one gave a fuck about.
Yeah, and that's the fact. Actually, here's the thing though. The payoff didn't happen until the next night on Nitro when Luger finally did beat Bagwell.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's like, what was the point? What was the point? That's like I didn't get it.
I guess to finally give Buff a winner for a main eventer.
I mean,
just a main event superstar.
Yeah,
That's realistically Buff didn't really have like a singles victory over anybody like major until he beat Luger.
I mean, this thing about this woman, that's gonna be the future tag team champions.
What, 2 years later, was it?
I think 2 years or 3 years later. Right before they about to. No, 2000. 2000.
It's totally Buff, yeah. Well,
totally Buff.
Yeah, although, by the time they formed, though, yeah,
This
Yeah,
was a
because the
done deal.
Natural Born Thrillers were all holding the titles at the time.
Yeah, it was naturally over, but it was. I mean, but I just think that was a waste
Yeah,
of space, and they could have gave that to someone. I don't know. They didn't
Oh.
really handle the television title could have got some shine. I think.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah. As a fact, you know what? I was thinking about that one. Yeah. You know what? I would have put Jericho and Disco on that one. Too.
but Jericho,
Nah, he was still babyface because
yeah,
remember,
okay.
because he
Yeah,
didn't start the whole chair thing until the day after when he lost to Hennig.
okay. Because I was about to say because I think he was still babyface at the time, but
Yeah.
again, and that was what the next. That was 98.
Yeah,
98
98 was when he became Hill.
Yeah, and that was one of his best years too. So, yeah, I would have gave something I would have gave Taylor the title of some shine. And this is y'all big show, and y'all put two bullshit matches on this card. You put Goldberg and Mongo, which started over a damn aisle. He took my
Super
wife
Bowl
gave him
ring.
my Super Bowl ring.
Okay.
Y'all really come on now. Honestly, this like I said with Kurt Angle, like that, like those was really his gold medals y'all playing with. You think he gonna put his gold medals on display for y'all to play with? But y'all really thought I was gonna believe that Mongo took off his Super Bowl ring and said, "Let's use this as a springboard for something that Goldberg could never have as a Super Bowl ring."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a good storyline. Matter of fact, that could have worked with Dennis Rodman and Hulk Hogan versus Karl Malone and DDP for the NBA championship ring on the line. Bash the beach.
Oh,
I would have laughed my ass off, and that's the only way Karl Malone could get an NBA ring. If he beats Dennis Rodman for one of his NBA rings, which would be the one that he beat him for, that would be so hilarious.
And plus,
so hilarious.
It would be a great sell. The replica WCW championship ring.
But see now, this is the thing. It made sense when Mongo versus Reggie White.
Yes.
It don't make sense for Mongo versus Goldberg, who didn't play that much in the NFL in the beginning anyway.
College football, that's about it.
Right. He was with the Falcons.
But. Yeah, he was a couple Falcons with the Falcons, and he was cut by the Rams. But other than that, he didn't smell a regular season game. All right. But if they would have said, okay, he was the hitman for hire from Deborah, I get that. It would have kept it that way. Because remember, nobody don't want to remember this. Goldberg was Hill.
Yes.
Nobody don't want to remember that. Because we was just like, oh, they got somebody new. They are paying attention to someone new, not someone that's from the WWF or some old ass Ric Flair or hold on to their spot.
Yeah.
So we gave Goldberg a chance, and Goldberg became face. But Goldberg was Hill, and he was a hard hitman.
Yep.
They should have kept it that way. They should have had to tell us that, she paid him off with the Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, and then like I said, having to bail out Alex Wright in matches.
Oh God.
Yeah, but this is another.
Poor Alex Wright. Poor.
Yeah, he was a innocent bystander.
Oh, I don't know about innocent, but yeah, bystander.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah, and to a point, yeah, he was an innocent bystander because he ain't want to be wrestling them damn matches because Deborah kept having to drag his ass out for him.
Shit, I mean, never mind. I mean, Deborah at the time, which she become very important in wrestling when she comes to WWE. She's the one that said puppies, and now we had to deal with that for a fucking damn.
Actually, that was Road Dogg who called him.
Yes, Rock Bottom.
Yeah, but look who she just she start running with it like, okay, that when Road Dogg say something, we didn't think he was going to hear him for the next 10 years or whatever how long he stayed in WWE. No, we had to hear that shit.
King took advantage of that damn line.
King took it and rolled with that motherfucker. We had to. I don't know about y'all, but I heard a lot of people start calling titties puppies and shit. Like, oh my God, No, they're not. You know,
First of all, we all love puppies. And that's the best way we can say it in the most PG attitude era way. And we just bust out saying titties like Bernie Mac, and we will get so much trouble right now.
no,
But
we will not.
God,
Listen. There is other ways that you could. We are not going to do this. This is a wrestling show, and we're not going to talk about next.
Oh yeah, but
don't worry, forbidden episodes coming up soon. God damn it!
Actually, that's a good segue because speaking of forbidden, with Forbidden Door coming up next week, yeah, our Supercard redo, and like I said, we didn't say that all of these were going to be like pictures and stuff. We did say we would do some like other nature supercards too. Y'all, we is going to the Egg Dome next. I think that's what it was called back then.
What,
yeah,
Dome?
Yeah.
Tokyo Dome, bro. Never was called Egg Dome.
In the early days it was.
Who called the Tokyo Dome the Egg Dome?
Yeah, because I go back or watch that first first WCW Super Show.
Oh, if I hear someone call it the Egg Dome, that's the first thing I'm gonna redo. Is not the fucking Egg Dome.
Oh, that sounds like an episode from Tiger Mask W for anime show. We're going to Egg Dome.
I think that's where they got it from. I think that's. I got the number one fan of that anime. Hold on, Nikki. Tiger Mask W. Did they call the Tokyo Dome the Egg Dome? Yes, they did. My wife just clarified.
Thank you, Nikki.
The damn anime called the Tokyo Dome the Egg Dome.
Oh, and they also
because remember how the original one was shaped like one, and that's why they called it that way. Yeah,
they can go straight. They can go straight to hell. The Tokyo Dome and Egg Dome. What, you gonna make an omelet? What the fuck?
The omelet dome.
The omelet? God damn it. This is the omelet section right here. They over here scrambled. Yeah.
But anyway,
that's the boiled.
Unless Godzilla fucked it up.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Anyways, yeah. In the Tokyo Dome, of course, there was a mix of it was a WWF, All Japan, SWF with New Japan freelancing. There was a wrestling summit that took place April 13th, 1990. That will be our show next week, our Supercard redo next week. Which, like I said, appropriate enough considering next week is also Forbidden Door week.
And we doing this on Saturday, or we doing this on I can't do it on Saturday, so we gotta do it
early Sunday afternoon, maybe.
Yeah, so that means I definitely gotta bring my ass home early. Yeah, because I'm gonna be up in Jersey and Long Island, and I'll be back here hopefully early Sunday afternoon. So y'all say around 3:00, I should be able to make it.
I think I'd be
3 or 4 o'clock.
What's today? You know what?
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We want to finish this stuff because we got a cold main event here. So
yeah.
All right.
Yes. Next let's see. Got that. All right. So let's go. Okay, you want to do the promo versus in ring? Do you want to do the bloodline being the father and son?
Wait. I know what we just did there, and no, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about the fucking finish to that pay-per-view.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sting and Hogan.
We
definitely got to redo that finish.
I know we want to get out, but then we're gonna give this shit some justice once and for all. They fucked up the greatest storyline that they could ever possibly have in WCW. Sting,
you know what I would have did?
18 months. For 18 months, y'all built Sting to be this anti-hero crow hanging out in the Raptors, baseball bat, all of this. And y'all ruined the moment in one match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I would have did? Before this pay-per-view even happened, you know who should have had a word up in this one?
Brett.
Nope. Ted Turner himself. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I would have been like,
this?
yeah. I would have been like, Terry, Hulk, you losing this match. Straight. I don't want no shenanigans, no nothing. I don't care if you got that creative control clause in your contract. You are losing this match straight.
And this is to this day, I'm definitely gonna keep saying that having creative control is a curse. It's not a gift. It's a fucking curse. It ruins careers. The person that's in creative control or the people that are surrounded by that person that got creative control, it ruins careers. And God damn it, Hogan, like I just said, that creative control shit ruined the best storyline I've seen at that time. Yes, we had Austin versus McMahon, which we all remember.
Or that was just starting up.
Yeah, that was just starting up. It just got there. But you had Sting for 18 months. Did not say a word. He just made WCW tough, blah blah. He told y'all to stick it. That's the last thing y'all heard, Sting. Stick it. Yep. And shit. And this motherfucker came back to be the conquering hero. Y'all had it. Y'all had the numbers, all that stuff. And then y'all fucked it up because Hogan, Perry Balea want to fucking do his politics and said, no, that's not working for me, brother. No, not working for me, brother. We need to beat me. It got to be some controversy. No, motherfucker, you human. And I'm a big, that's the bad thing. As a kid, even as a teenager, a huge Hulk Hogan fan. Huge. Yellow and red. Hollywood. Huge. I told y'all the story. My wife was 8 months pregnant with my first child. We went to Madison Garden. Her big ass on the seat when she heard, I am a rich. She got, you better sit right down. We ain't having this baby here. And honestly,
Oh no, that would have made a good. That would have made a good story in its own right. You know,
it would have. But I'm not having my child in Madison Garden. I mean, it sounds good now, but I was not having it. I was not hearing it. But
you was born here. You remember that?
But anyway. It's crazy. It's crazy though when you hear these stories of the behind the scenes. And this is one that really pissed me off because we knew it was fucked up when we hear the story behind why it was fucked up. Because you didn't want to get beat clean. Let me just say this, Hulk Hogan, you allowed Ultimate Warrior beat you clean. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You allow later in life you allow Kurt Angle to beat you clean. You allow The Rock to beat you clean. Why you could not do this for Steve? Why you could not do this for Sting? I know some people don't know y'all know Steve Borland. That's Sting. Why you couldn't do this for Sting? He was WCW. He is WCW. When they say franchise players, Sting is WCW. The only person during that time to never go to WWF.
Yeah, he's there like from the time he signed his UWF purchase contract all the way to the end of the company.
Like I said, like for everybody around this time, even Ric Flair bounced back and forth for WCW, WWF, back to WCW. R. Anderson, Luger. His best friend, the Steiner brothers. Yep. The list goes on. Sting stayed loyal to WCW. Hogan, you should know what that's all about. If you know that you was the franchise guy, you was gonna get your rematch. He was gonna get his rematch Super Brawl. Yep. It was not gonna be all that hokey doke shit they did. He was gonna get his rematch, no doubt about it. They had rematch clauses. He was gonna get it. The only thing, like I said, we all agreed this. The thing we would change, it would have been a clean victory. No bullshit, no shenanigans from Bret Hart. Or if Nick Patrick was supposed to have pinned on Counting Fast, he didn't do it.
Yeah, no, he did.
Yeah, he explained to us his shoot interview.
Yep. He was supposed to.
He was supposed to fast count.
Yeah,
he did. So Nick Patrick also fucked up.
Yep. Hogan, Sting, and Bischoff talked to Nick before the match, and all three of them say the same thing. So Nick said, "No, screw it. He just pinned the way he wanted to pin." And the next day, nobody said a word.
I didn't get Nick Patrick's side of it, but I just say you wasted a good year and a half storyline.
Yep.
And ruined it in one night. And I think that kind of derailed Sting's title run too. You think about it, because that title run was not its best. It was not Sting's best title run, and you want to beat.
They only had the defense against Scott Hall at Uncensored, and then lost it to Savage at Super Bowl.
Right, people gotta. Let's be honest, that was not Sting's best. I mean, he even had a great match with DDP. On Nitro, that was a good match for the title. But it's and against Kevin Nash, where that was a run into, but it was actually good, which started the Wolfpack storyline. But one reason was Wolfpack. But I think that derailed Sting as a champion, which was unfortunate. The only good thing I could say that I got from that was Sting talked and told JJ Dillon that he has no guts and Hogan's a dead man. That's about it. So I didn't want us to go around that because that's the most important thing of Starrcade '97.
Yeah.
That finish. And it sucked too because Bret Hart is part of it. And he had no reason to be part of it.
Unless he screwed Hogan and said, "This we did to me back in WWF."
Right. And if he would have screwed Hogan, if they would have said, "Oh, he screwed Hogan," and then he came out and that would have started a Super Brawl match.
Yep.
Like we said earlier, yeah. But
or hell, even if that, or like I said, you know how or to use the ending of when Luger won the title. You know how the NWO China came out, but then Luger fought him off. But let's say, okay, NWO was getting ready to come down the ringside, but then Bret fights him out, and he's got a chair, and he's laying every last one of them out. And then Hogan realizes it, and then that's where you have Sting come.
Think about what you just said.
Yep.
The same way Hogan lost the belt against Luger, the same way Hogan lost the belt against Goldberg.
Yep.
Then NWO came out. He had somebody outside fighting the whole NWO off.
Yep.
It's a formula that probably work, but I think for Sting, I think it should have been straight 1-on-1. And this is the thing. Now I know I complained about the wrestlers being out in the audience earlier, but if you want to make sense of it, that would have been the people that stopped the NWO from coming to the ring.
Yeah.
They would have came out the guardrail as now it's a lumberjack match. Y'all gotta go through all of us. Maybe that would have made sense if you did it that way. But the reason why I'm not believing Bret Hart beat up the whole NWO because I look at that Bret Hart. No. A bullshit.
Hey, you know what?
He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
Normally, yeah, I would believe you, but considering he still had a whole lot of pissed off energy from the screw job, that would have been the one time I could have said. And like I said, if you gave Brett a chair or something, then yeah.
I mean, beat up Rick Rude because he was part of that screw. He was part of DS at the time, so beat up Rick Rude.
Oh,
man, I forgot about. And that's him being in DX and then on the NWO in 24 hours. Yeah.
Right. Beat up Rick Rude. And then, not to mention, you got your brother and you got your two brothers-in-law still there. So you got to make up your own fact, bring the Hart Foundation there.
Yeah.
Why no one thought about that? Like, you go get the NWO? Well, we got your two brothers here. We didn't get your little brother because he want to stay in WWE.
You know what else I just thought of? Because didn't they actually have a contract? Well, although not a actual contract signing, but didn't they actually have Sting present a contract or JJ Dillon present a contract to Bischoff to have Hogan and Sting at Starrcade or something like that?
Oh no! What was how JJ was trying to give Sting a match, and he kept on giving some bullshit choices.
Yeah.
And the fans who he want. He want Hogan. So when it was, I guess, some stupid movie Hogan was doing, and in between the commercial, it was a press conference, and they said for they didn't think Sting was gonna show up because they didn't tell the location where this press conference was at. But Sting showed up, and Eric Bischoff tried to grab the contract. Sting hit the back on the contract, signed it, point the bat, backed up, and that's how they signed the contract for Starrcade. I never forget. I was laughing my ass off like this nigga. He thought Sting was not gonna find that ass.
All right. With that, you know what I would have done though if I was Sting? Before I signed that contract, I would have slid a clause in there saying the entire NWO was banned was like banned from ringside, and then
Yeah.
that way it was like, oh, and that if any of them did show up, Hogan loses the title automatically. All right, well
But
maybe I'll leave that part out, but just like
But
I'd
you
have
got.
had a way to guarantee that the NWO couldn't get involved.
I'm gonna tell you one thing why that wouldn't work because you remember that war games they had where they won, which means they got the right to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
That would have stopped it.
Oh shit! I
hey,
forgot.
let's not
That
forget about Japan, NWO Japan. They got to be more Pacific.
Oh.
yeah. Because you just saying NWO, then fucking my
Yep.
hero Tron come out and black kick the shit out you. That's on you
Yeah.
because you didn't say that. you didn't
See,
say NWO.
you see, still
Oh,
saying,
yeah. Oh,
wait
it
a
would've been
minute, he's
NWO.
NWO. He's Japan NWO. You can't be Pacific.
Yeah, you gotta be
Yeah.
a little bit specific.
Oh no, wait a minute, but he was also this NWO too. So
Hey, but what title belts he had? Did he have WCW title belts or did he have
IWGP.
All right, he's in NWO Japan.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't they have the NWO Sting at the time?
Oh
in,
shit!
in Japan?
No,
Yeah,
NWO.
Oh,
yeah,
Oh, wait a minute.
yeah,
I got an idea. Be crazy if they lock the real Sting back in and then bring in the NWO Sting,
oh hell no! We
portray
ain't doing
as
that Halloween
Sting,
Havoc 1990 shit again.
and bring in the Sting and have him lose. Everybody think that's the real Sting, and to the real Sting, come like, wait a minute, that's not me. That's a fake Sting.
Hey, we did that. Like I said, we did that at Halloween Havoc, like 1990.
We-
Horseman tried that bullshit.
we did that, and then don't forget the Hebner twin power and all.
Oh yeah.
My God! All right, it's main event time because I'm tired of Starcade.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. So where we going to go?
memories.
Yeah, where we going to go? Promo the bloodline being the click or the father son?
Let's do the bloodline as a click.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be short. That's gonna be
All
short.
right.
That shit.
I want to hear.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's between the three. I think it is the shortest one because we talking about fathers and sons. We talking about history there, and then we talking about promos. Does promos make the match, or does the match helps the pro? You know, however you said it. But this right here, I'll let Hill explain this because I'm still trying to tickle myself with this click thing.
Well, I watched this on SmackDown after the Uso give Roman Reigns a super kick, and oh yeah, and I see the views. I see they got like 26 million views, and it's the most talked about story. And while I sit there, I watched it. I think to myself, after all this shit is done, what is next for Bloodline? And I started to think about it. I'm like, damn, I ain't even seen all these guys get as much push for a long time. You know, we ain't talking about the faction because you always see the main guy get the push, and all the rest of wrestlers be less a supportive actor, but everybody come up together and they all protected. And I thought to myself, like, damn, this shit reminded me of the click in the '90s. Because if you think about it, Shawn Michaels, he eating good. Diesel, he was eating good. Razor Ramon, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he start getting a little rise up, and 1-2-3 Kid, he was getting a little bit rise. And I look at the bloodline, Jay Uso, Jimmy Uso, they get a lot more recognition, a lot more TV time more than anything else. Solo, he could have been a North American title, but NXT did some dumb shit. And let's not throw in Sami Zayn. Back then, Sami Zayn was fighting Johnny Knoxville in a Jackass match, and now he get cheered like main event. And I look at him like, damn. And the only person who got that control is Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns, he got the juice, and he got his people. So I look at it. This is like the modern day click. And what Roman Reigns said on the promo, and this is the most trillest promo he ever did. He said it took you 10 years to be a main event for WrestleMania. That part alone, I'm like, you know what, he's right.
I'm going
or hell, even be on. Even be on the main card.
Be on the main card, right?
Exactly.
I was going to say that because one thing he did say, but I'm going to say this before we've been calling the bloodline before they actually called the bloodline. If you remember when Roman won the title, I think it was WrestleMania 32 in Texas. with Triple H,
Mm-hmm.
and the Usos, they started teaming up because AJ and Luke, on the Gallows and
Carl
they
Anderson.
came in. We start calling the Bloodline then. If you remember, we start calling the Bloodline then. But the thing is, one thing I did not, I agree with. They was on the main event. This year main event. They was on the main event the whole time in the Bloodline. They was on the main event WrestleMania this year, right?
Yeah.
But I get them that. But to say that, oh, it was because of me why you got on WrestleMania main card. No, sir. No. That's them being one of the best damn tag teams in WWE history. And I said that with a nice underline before everybody come at me talking about I said the best tag team in the wrestling industry. No, in WWE history, they are the best tag, or if not they are one of the best tag teams in WWE history. And they worked their ass off. They had to change their gimmick for having the damn Nickelodeon colors on their face to get into the fucking Uso penitentiary. And I was loving that shit. And the matches that they had against the New Day, including the Hell in a Cell tag team title match, made them the team to beat. Now you put the Bloodline thing. This is where I definitely gonna go with Hill on this one. Only time you see in factions where everybody is eating, you gotta have some fucking backstage politics. I'm not politics, but influence. Yep. I said this to your in private about the Four Horsemen. Four Horsemen had influence. That's why if you go back, they had any and every type of belt.
Yep.
With them.
That's back hell. Remember, at one point they had the big one because remember, Rick was the world champ, Wyndham was the U.S. champ, Tony and Arn were the tag champs.
Right. They had all the big belts. Yep. And you take Barry out of that, Lex Luger had the U.S. title. So it goes like when you eat, and then when you say the click, like people don't see like, well, the click was not really out in the on the camera as a faction, but if you know the stories, they had major influence in the back. Yeah. Shawn Michaels, WWF champion, Ray Ramon, Intercontinental champion, Diesel, Triple Crown champion, pretty much in one calendar year. Right, in one calendar year, he's the fucking damn Triple Crown champion. Quick, Triple H start coming to his own and becoming King of the Ring and Intercontinental champion. 1, 2, 3 Kid, Sean Waltman, X-Pac, fucking multiple time tag team champion.
Yep. European champion, excuse me.
Yeah. Right. They was eating, and I get what he's saying there. But this is weird because one, a faction of WWE do not go this long. They don't go past 2.5 years. They don't. You usually get tired out with factions, especially in WWE. Yep. And the fact that this story has so much layers that the question is, and Hill, you just said it, when this shit is done, whenever this shit is done, what do WWE got next? Do y'all have anything working right now that we could say that, okay, they can end Bloodline right now and we would have focus on this next story? Because it seems like they holding on to this Bloodline story too long. To the point that now we got a civil war, this fucking damn Team Iron Man versus Team Captain America. Like what the fuck? And then they got this rumor about. I'm gonna say they. I'm gonna say it's something I saw today. I don't know who posted, but they trying to get the other family members to come in.
Jacob again.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu and the little brother Lance. They trying to get Lance, and Lance was in WWE. It's a picture of him, Roman right looking at him in WWE. I don't know where this picture came from, but they try and get the family that's in MLW, the Big Juicy in them. So I don't know. And the other room, Rikishi might come to the fold again, and like be on his son's side. They are holding on. I don't know if to some people hold on too long, or when you get soon as you get tired, it's something new that gets you interested. And again, like you said, Hill, shout out to fucking on the Sami Zayn too. Sami Zayn was wrestling on Jackass at the Jackass match. And I thought in my eyes, I was like, well, he's getting rewarded because he put dude over, and now they put him in this. Like, I didn't think it was gonna last that long, but it did. And he's like one of the most popular guys in the company. Sam was already a good worker, but I guess he had to get that right character. And I thank the Bloodline, and thanks to the word Usi, because I had to hear that shit Friday. They chant that shit while Jay walked past him. He didn't say one word. He just Usi. No, we don't. No, we're not doing this. I'll tell you right. I'm telling you this right now. You keep on doing this, y'all gonna fucking make the Usos against Sammy and KO rematch.
They won't do that.
Right. I don't want them to.
And the reason I see that, look at Impact Wrestling. I know, what Impact Wrestling got to do with it? Look at the greatest tag team ever in Impact Wrestling. They come out with a single title, the World Championship and the X Division title. I'm looking at the Usos. Why can't?
That's gonna be an argument for a diehard Impact fan. I'm not gonna be that one because I like Motor City Machine Guns.
Yep.
But that's a damn argument. Anybody that came up just start watching Impact, and there's a team called the North. That's the longest reigning Impact tag team champions in history, or America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, the 7 times.
I mean,
you can even throw beer money in for that one too.
Beer money. I mean, I get what you're saying though. I get what you're
saying. Like I said, you can have arguments for any one of them.
Yeah, right. But you're gonna start arguing,
and they be legit.
They're not wrong. It's not a wrong answer. Like we said, I agree with what he's saying. But like, hey, now.
but when you look at Jay and Uso and Roman Reigns with that damn WWE Triple Crown Heavyweight Championship, I'm sorry, the undisputed title. I thought it was WWE or New Japan. But
I'm gonna tell you why they still holding those titles. Who's holding those titles?
Paul Heyman.
That's all. You're not seeing. You go when they come out. Go when they come out. Do you see fucking Roman doing this anymore? The Heyman so he can lift up the belt. No, because those belts don't matter. Those are trophies now. And Paul Heyman hugged those shits like, they're mine. They're my precious. They're mine.
I got a feeling what they're going to do with it. I got a strange feeling because we got
because I'm tired. I'm tired of looking at those damn belts. Shit. I want to get to love this McGriddle belt that he got right now, but I'm still laughing at like it's the fucking McGriddle. Come on now. Defend the McGriddle.
I won't even argue because I won't buy that shit. But
hey, he just make his own. We all know what he'll just make his own. Like I don't like that shit. This is how it's supposed to look right here.
All three of us make on title. But they got some plan with that time because he won the WWE Championship, in which we still got the World Heavyweight Championship and the Undisputed Championship, but no WWE title. Kind of suspicious. But I do see.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna let that WWE Championship hit.
Give me a second. My phone about to die. I'm about to go on my laptop. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. But I do expect to see Jay and Jimmy holding on to single titles. Yeah, I do expect to see the main event Jay capture the big one, and I do see Jimmy holding on either the U.S. title or the Intercontinental Championship, but U.S. title. Because they did what they can do with the tag team division. And that will be the big payoff after the bloodline is over. And plus, Solo, on the other hand, I think he's up next.
Yeah, and how many times have the Usos been tag champions?
I would say at least, I want to say kind of either 7 or 8 times.
All right. 8.
8.
Which means they would tie the Dudleys for most of the WWE. All right, so if they were, I was about to say if they want to break the record, and just give them one short one. So, that way they're covered like both ways now.
I mean, they could go for the record, but I don't think they would do that because
Oh, they already
Six.
got like the longest reign ever. So it's like yeah, and like I said, they're tied at 8. So
Yeah, I think they're bigger than the tag team division.
that'll override it anyway.
Yeah, but they're bigger than the tag team division. Like you're in the main event. You're both in the main event status. I do see him walk away with a single title, and then Solo. I think he could fall behind them. Now with the Click, Shawn Michael. If you think about it, He revolved around him. Every time you see his promo, he talking about the Click, the Click, the Click. Roman Reigns, Bloodline, and now that he don't defend his title since what? He didn't defend his title since WrestleMania, so that's a long ass time.
I,
But Shawn
Yeah,
Michael, he defended his title every single pay per view until you dropped the title to Sid Vicious at Survivor Series.
I'm gonna tell you this, right? Right. I'm right. I probably sound like a broken record when it comes to Roman Reigns' title run and
mm,
why he not defending the title. It's very old school what he's doing,
true.
and what I mean by that is in the old school we didn't see like Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair defend the title every damn show. We
Yeah.
didn't. We didn't. Unless it was a big money pay per view, right?
Yep.
Um, I understand like what Seth Rollins is doing. He's trying to make that title now the working man's heavyweight title. Like I'm gonna go to NXT defend it. I'm gonna go. I'm on Raw. They got a fucking SmackDown house show where he's gonna supposed to be in defending it against Damian Priest, two Raw guys on a SmackDown show, right? But
Yeah.
Mhm.
Roman, I'm sorry, but I think this is what WWE is thinking. Y'all boo him when we trying to make him the face of the company. And then
Yep.
when we try and make him the scum of the earth, y'all cheer him.
Hmm.
So what is it that y'all fans hate the most? Oh yeah, when we take them away from you. When we take the people you love away from you. And then what y'all really hate is part timers.
Yeah.
So you know what? How about this? We give you this schedule that you supposedly hated. Remember, Roman hated this when
Yep.
Brock had it. You supposedly hate it, but now we go put it on you. Even though you're a full time guy.
Yep.
He's not Hollywood, not yet
Yep.
anyway. Uh, but you want the fans to boo him because dog. Did you see the footage from last night?
Oh,
You
especially
deserve it.
after the yeah.
Did you see he went the fuck off of the fans? He said, "Shut your mouths." They started getting every time he said something, they got louder. Shut your mouths. They started out. He said, "All right, since someone talk, acknowledge me." Like, yo, this motherfucker went fucking hell blast on Rey Mysterio last night. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, you need to bring this shit on TV, sir.
Yeah.
On
You know
TV.
what's the thing? Oh, I bet it's going to be coming whenever its next appearance is. But you know what though? Here's why I actually don't have a problem with Roman's doing. Because if you average it out, shit, the man done defended the title. All right, even though he hasn't defended it every month, but if you look at how he's defended it, it's pretty damn close. If you do that, he's had at least one defense a month.
If you average it out,
Yeah,
right? I mean, but I don't. I get where like hell, all three of us, we want to see you defend the title. We want to see how the new title looks on you.
mhm,
And maybe we might, I ain't gonna say I'm not purchasing it, but we might give it a okay. See how we want to see the title come out and defend it because what's that old saying? It's not the title do not make the man makes the title. Well, what you're doing with this title is making me hate it.
mhm.
Okay, we just saw it once, or not once, but we only see it when you do fucking segments. We don't see you come out on a match with it. And like, do you come out with it around your waist? Do you come out drag it? Do you put it behind your back while you come out? We don't know unless you was at the house show. Like right now, we see Seth Rollins come out with the most outrageous drip outfits he have on, but had the title around his waist. We see him defend the title. What
Twice.
against
Once I-
Dame Priest
Yep.
twice?
Yeah,
Was it twice?
Damien Priest
Twice,
and then
and
Braun Breaker.
he about
Rod
to face Braun
tomorrow.
Breaker
That's
this week.
Tuesday. Yeah.
This week, right?
Mhm.
And he's going everywhere with it.
Yeah, and then of course then he's got Finn at Money in the Bank.
Defending Money in the Bank against Finn. Oh, that story right there. So, so I guess Dodie's saying, listen, y'all getting the title match, but we got a story over here. We want to try to end this shit quick because SummerSlam coming.
Yep.
Who y'all gonna have him facing SummerSlam? You gonna have Jay? You gonna have Jimmy? You gonna have someone else sneak their way into because it's not the American Nightmare. So who you gonna have come in against Roman?
One person he never ever fought. The Almighty Bobby. No, well, actually he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
fall,
He
but
fought him,
That's
not,
but
like a while ago.
not for the title.
yeah, not for the top, but for the title, Bobby Lashley.
And the only reason I say it will make sense because you know where I'm going is the man
Lashley
has
never
never
mold.
been beat for that WWE title.
Nope.
And that's the only thing I say it makes sense. Other than that, I this click thing though, I see where you're going with it, and yeah, they have, but at the same time, when it comes to this click, I have not seen no one in that click other than Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and Roman,
Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon at that time elevate like Jimmy J, Roman, and including Solo at the same time. Like everybody got their shine years later. Like Triple H became one of the damn best in the world, like Grand Slam champion, Royal Rumble winner, multiple time champion. And let me say this when I say this, and please don't give me that. Oh, he married a family. He was still multiple time champion before he even married the broad. So let's not even go there. All right. So, uh, other than that, yeah, X Pac, you already said it, European champion. Yeah, he was one of the most beloved wrestlers, then one of the most hated, like
Yep.
white hot hated. Like dude unified the cruiserweight and the lightweight title. They still hated his ass, you know.
Yeah, that's like the hell. They even came up with the heat term for him.
Right, you know. So it was he did his thing, and you got we said Shawn Michaels, we said Kevin Nash, we said Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. Even though they was at the top of their game,
Yep.
Scott Hall had his problems. Shawn Michaels had his problems. Kevin Nash has injury problems.
Yep.
So I see where you're going with that, but I think right now as the bloodline, even though it's a civil war, it's still known to mention that they're still going and it's still hot. It's still worth talking about. You say yourself that kick to Roman's mouth from Jay got 26 million views.
Yeah,
26
Yep.
million views.
Yeah, and
Damn.
yeah, you know how like people be doing their quote unquote reaction videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, there's this one in particular that I like really liked, and my man was going, my man was like really reacted to it like in real time, and I was like, yeah, damn, this dude did like the most perfect real time reaction because it was like that's probably how like damn near most of us was like reacting when the segment was happening live.
Dude, when I saw it, I had to say it in a like sports bar, and I couldn't hear shit. But when I saw it, so like, oh, I was loud. I mean, I was like, oh shit, I was like loud shit, and because I had to wait till like what he said. I thought he was like, "We out." Like when I was watching it, like I
Yep.
said, I couldn't hear it. So I was like, "Yo, we out. We done." Let me. Like, I was like, "Okay, Jay. Okay." I like, and then he kicked him like, "Oh, in my head, that's what he's saying." When I found what he's saying, oh, he was just playing. He was playing everybody.
Yep.
So, and if you know twins, like we got the same situation in this house. Like the oldest one always he think he's over with the youngest one is a little jealous, you know. But I got vice versa because my youngest twin think he's the older twin, so
Yep.
it's a little different. But still, they put some realism. They said their government names in the segment,
Yep.
hmm
and so some. Like remember some things that's got a little bit real story into it is the best stories. So
Mhm.
I like where they going. I'm still interested in the bloodline, but it got to end soon. It got to.
Mm.
It got to end soon. I don't know when, but it got to end soon because no one else is eating.
that's
If you know
that.
what I'm saying.
Does that remind us of Click?
That That's why I say I'm not going to disagree with it because that is
Okay.
no one else is eating, and
Yeah.
that's one thing Scott on Seth
Well,
Rollins said. Like,
technically, though, when it came to the click, the only other person they ate was Brett and Undertaker, but them two was already made. So
yeah, right, and you
Well,
notice that a lot of people did not fuck with Undertaker, and Bret Hart was in Vince's back pocket, so you
mhm.
don't fuck with them.
is okay. And you know what? This be I'm gonna give one forbidden question, and that we could do that next week. Do you think with that same momentum, do you think it would have worked with the Hurt Business?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because first of all, MVP, MVP, as much as we give like Paul Heyman his dap on the mic, MVP is a damn close second because MVP got a way of like he could sell, yeah, he could like sell damn near everything. It was like he would, matter of fact, he would talk you into buying something for like $5 million, even though it only costs 50 cents. But that's how I do it. And then Lashley, which by the way, this man just finds the fountain of youth because I'm wondering how this man is like in his like mid to late 40s and still look like he only in his 20s. Yeah, I don't know about that. Prime and yeah, Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Yeah, I was about to say those two. I was like, those could be like your technicians of the group, obviously. And then if I had to put one extra person up in there, just because to give somebody the Intercontinental US. Oh man! All right, so we had Lashley, we had Alexander. We had, actually, I would need two people then.
I want to say, well, if you say that, remember MVP was that guy. He was
Yeah,
the guy that had the
yeah,
remember
he
he the
had the
one that
US title. Yeah.
he the one that brought in that new U.S. title
Yep.
Yes,
from
he
our
did
group.
during the pandemic. And you know what's
But
funny? In the
Yep.
same pandemic, when Moran came back, when we got more pushed than them.
he can't remember he came back after. Like
Yeah.
they the blood the Hurt Business was just forming. I think right after Bobby Lashley title match against with Drew McIntyre,
Or
and that's when Cedric and them they did that
yeah.
bullshit fight thing they did,
Yeah.
basement fight storage thing, whatever the fuck that was,
Oh,
and
Oh
yeah.
yeah, because
underground
because like
raw
yeah,
underground some shit like
yeah.
that. And but the reason why I'm gonna say no, the simple fact is they don't want two dominant heel factions at the same time.
Hmm.
And you think about it, when they tried that shit once, remember it was Evolution on Raw,
And then the
and it was
cabinet on
JBL
SmackDown.
Cabinet on SmackDown. And
It
you
worked.
already know who was gonna get more burned than anything was gonna be Evolution. But I think they wanted that. They rather would have had. Now you know me, I'm a Hurt Business fan. I'm mad, still mad they got rid of it. But I don't think they would have gave them the same momentum because one, the closeness of the bloodline because they are actual family,
Yeah.
and that business run through their fucking veins, like
And
and
then they know how to like, and
they
then
know how
they
to play
would
off
know
each
how
other.
to yeah.
They know how to play off each other, and just think about it, just adding Sammy to that, and they played off, and Sammy played off to them, and they played off to Sammy. So
Yeah.
now the Hurt Business should have went longer. I'm gonna say that the Hurt Business should never broke up when they did because they was dominant. They was dominant at the time. I think Cedric and Shelton was tag team champions.
Yep.
Hmm.
Bobby Lashley was U.S. Then he won the WWE title.
Yep.
He lost the U.S. title and then won the WWE title pretty much the next night. Damn
Close.
near right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close.
right. So, um, it could have worked to probably Survivor Series. I think Survivor Series.
Yeah.
I think they would have said SmackDown Bloodline versus Raw Hurt Business would have
Yeah.
been something. That would have been something. But see, that is a problem with that too because they try to bring it back. It then it had the same feeling
Mm.
because you fucked it up. You took the momentum away for it. Now nobody don't want to see Cedric and set Celtic Benjamin unless they getting beat up by somebody. And when Bobby Lashley come back, holy shit, you go serve him up to Roman? You gotta make me believe that. You gotta make me believe that Roman could beat Bobby Lashley. This Bobby Lashley, not the Bobby Lashley he faced with the damn headband on. This is this Bobby Lashley, the motherfucker that destroyed Goldberg's leg and fucked up his son.
Yeah.
we want that. We want that Bobby Lashley. Goddamn, the one that beat up Brock Lesnar and made that nigga turn red. Like we want to see that Bobby Lashley. So, I don't think they would have had the same momentum as the Bloodline. Hell, it would not have been this long either.
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta say about that.
There's always social media, man.
Although you want to know what I would say, the one thing if you did want to really, really mess with the Hurt Business, yeah, I would have to. All right, Okay, Shelton. I mean, that dropped. Said I could have saved, but then I'd have the perfect 3 people to round it out. And speaking of factions that have stayed together a long time, have all the New Day join them.
That probably twist their characters up a little bit.
Yep.
But see, I would have said this. If you go, I wouldn't take Cedric out.
I'm saying at least Cedric in.
I keep Cedric in, right. Well, I keep Shelton in too. Bobby Lashley. Now there's 4. Now you can either put that big goof almost in, or when he's ready, you can bring Carmelo in.
Carmelo's way too big. Well, I mean big. I mean he's main event. He will overshadow her business.
That's why. Now listen to me. If we could do right. Well, if we could do, in my opinion, shit, Jay and Jimmy is more over than Roman right now.
I think Jay is way over.
Yeah.
Right. So why can't Carmelo come in and be over than Bobby Lashley? I mean, it works that it seems like it works that way with certain fashions. Yeah. Like you just mentioned, when Rock came to Nation, Rock was bigger than Farouk.
Yep.
When you got if we go to Japan and we say LIJ, that's Naito.
Yeah.
But the 2 guys that was under them became champion too. Evil, Sonata.
Yep.
So in fact, it was the time Sonata was way over than Naito.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, it was a time. Hell, it's a time. Ticket Time Bomb is over than Naito. Yeah. You always gonna have that one person over than the leader. Yep. I think Carmelo could have been nice if they would have done it that way. I mean, shit, MVP already talked to him. Why not? And they was teasing this shit. They really was pissed you off. They was teasing it and nothing happened. But that's another story. So are we done with the main event? Or,
yeah, we got one more. The in-ring ability versus promo.
Yep.
We got 2.
And then the father's son too.
Okay, so which one we doing? Which one we starting with?
Let's say I think promos because it's Father's Day. We got to say the fathers for the main event.
Okay.
So promos versus in-ring ability.
Oh, I swear I thought you was about to say that. Got there. So what you want to talk about? Because I was about to leave.
Trust me, I damn sure know that. I am not going. I'm not going to be like Kent. Okay.
I was about to leave because I want to hear what Mr. CM Hill over there would say. Oh no, the fuck you will not bring it on my show.
Tell me I'm lying, goddamn. Anyway.
Tell me when I'm telling a lie. That's like, that was almost a drinking game last night for Collision, but that's another story another time.
No, my drinking game was the Stevie Ray podcast and how many times Vince Russo said bro. So that was my drinking game. Where I ain't drink no alcohol. I drunk some soda. But
All right. Well, actually, earlier in the show we talked about Starcade '97, of course, Sting and Hogan. Now, great promo. Unfortunately, the build-off didn't quite go off there. And then we had matches like
okay.
Then we had a match like what was it? TLC 2017, or I think it was the AJ Styles versus Demon Finn Balor. No build-up whatsoever, because of course AJ was the last-minute replacement, but came in, tore it up. Yeah, it was easily match of the night. So, question: when is the promo more important than the in-ring ability, or when is the in-ring ability more important than the promo? And they tie in together.
It's a rare sight. It's a rare sight that you would get a great promo or a great feud and then get a great match come with it. Like I was just talking with my wife about this one because the greatest promo, if it gotta be the greatest promo because we still talk about it to this day, Dusty Rhodes,
Hard
Times promo, right? And then you think about the match, which that Starcade '85, The Gathering.
Yep.
Great match. Great Dusty Rhodes ending because if you see him at the end of that, he won the title. But then the next week you see fucking Ric Flair like, what the fuck going on? I know I saw him lose it, But the match is great. The promo is still talked about to this day. So it's a rare you see a great promo or a great back and forth, and then you got the match or matches to be great with that. Or you can have a great promo. You can have a great story that can put butts in the seats, and then the match then goes to place. Let me just go with something recent. Great build up, great hype machine for Sensei Nakamura, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 34. 34. Great build up because whoever know that match that saw Raw Wrestle Kingdom, you know what you was getting, but it did not come even close to that match. But I knew why, because I knew they was going to do rematch after rematch because they didn't get that chance in New Japan because they both left. But it still didn't add up. If you put this, that's WrestleMania, But then you guys, like you just said, a match that's good as hell, but never had no right promo or right. The promo did not make it feel like it's gonna be a good match, that's a rare. Because a promo supposed to help get the butts in the seats.
I would say it was not even promo afterwards. Well, it was after he won the title. It was Will Ospreay versus Kota Ibushi, when he did a little boy a small boy from the country ever win the title promo. That was heartfelt. CM Punk pipe bomb leading up towards the WWE Championship. That shit got people care about WWE. Because back then, nobody gave a fuck about WWE back that time. And then you look at another scenario: Carmella Hayes versus Roger Strong. With that scenario, we knew that Roger Strong is not a great talker, but he's a great wrestler. But we knew that Carmella Hayes got the package. It would make you go back watch the promo for Carmella Hayes, or it would make you go back watch the match. Make you want to go back watch the match because these two talented wrestlers of Carmella Hayes and Roger Strong. Another one, I would have to say, oh god, Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar before No Way Out.
Yeah.
When Eddie Guerrero talk about his addiction, lead up to a great storytelling match. Who else was to tell a great story? Matter of fact, it's not even a promo. It is that one moment. G1 Climax, the press conference. My favorite boy, Bad Luck Fale. When they ask him a question, who do you? Yeah, that's it. Like, to the point. Fuck it. But the match is like not memorable. You remember that promo?
I'm sorry. Not fuck it. Fuck him.
That's the one. Fuck him. And
That
that right
was
there,
classic.
yeah, classic. And then you look at scenario that they don't need a promo. They got a match like Dante Martin. You
Yep.
know when he comes in, he gonna tear the house down. And we knew that.
And
And
that's the
then
problem. That's why this question is important because
Yep.
when people like him, people like Jungle Boy Jack Perry, people like watch this, like a Bret Hart,
Yep.
people like a Chris Benoit, guys that could work their ass in the ring but could not fucking cut a promo if it saved their goddamn life. And the fuck, I told somebody Bret Hart actually did have one promo that I can remember that I felt that shit. If you remember, it was a Monday Night Raw, and he was in Canada. And he was talking about how Canada had great health care, how everybody loved
Yep.
one another and stuff. And
Mhm.
he said, "Don't the United States remind you of a toilet bowl?" And this one,
Yeah.
I was like, "God damn!" I felt that because I started looking at the United States map, like, "Ain't that a bitch?" I was like, it made me feel that shit. Chris
Oh, you know
Benoit,
what? I can even go. Can I go off on Brett real quick? Because I felt like Brett was one of those people that, all right, granted, his promos weren't memorable at the time, but it was like there were certain times where I thought like he actually did like a decent promo. Because think when you think of a hitman, are they over the top? No.
when you think of
No.
Hitman, I don't
Yeah.
think of
Are
promo.
they like soft spoken people? Yes. They're like more relaxed. They're like rarely talking about anything like other than something real. And I'm gonna tell you what promo really did it for me. That was like, okay, people sometimes over like give Brett too much shit about how bad his promos are. The SummerSlam promo against Bulldog. Because the part where he said, you know what really irks me is the fact that he said, when the bell rings, you don't know me. And I was like, yeah, look me in the eyes. I dare you to look me in the eyes and tell me you don't know me.
Yeah,
I'm the reason you're married to my sister in the first place. And I was
right.
like, see, Bright knew how to like incorporate real shit like when it mattered. And it was like Hitmen in general, they only talk when something's they only really talk extensively when something's real. And
I
that was the thing I thought that like helped Brett get over, because it was like, yeah, for as cool and as laid back as he was, he still had a charisma to him, albeit not like Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair level charisma, but something still drew people to him.
no, I'm gonna tell you what Drew Peterson was his wrestling ability. Like the
So,
dude,
Yes.
when the dude said he's the excellent execution, he's the
mm,
best there is, best of whatever. But that's he lived by that. I call it the Jay Z method. If you
mm,
say it long enough, you believe it, right?
the,
And the thing is, I could give you someone that gave out great promos. But can you remember any of his? Can you remember all those matches that those promos went to? No. His name is Jake the Snake Roberts.
mm,
The man can give out a promo with the most sick voice,
mm,
calm voice, like a goddamn murderer. Like, like,
mm.
hey, hey, just want you to know, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep. And you believe him.
Yeah,
You're gonna sleep
I
with
can
one open
definitely
like
tell
this,
you
like,
this: like the ones he
Oh.
did with the DiBiase, and especially after he took that $1 million title, since we brought that up earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, man,
Mhm.
those was ones, and then
Oh,
hell, even though this was one of the yeah, depending on how you felt about this match, like even this promo about the blindfold match against Martel, it's
see,
like,
that's why I
yeah,
said
snakes,
his promos,
yeah,
but it won't make you remember the matches. It just remember the promos. A
yep,
la, like you just said, that blindfold match. He made you want to see that fucking match, and it was ridiculous. It was the most
mm.
ridiculous match. They pointing at motherfuckers. Yeah, he over there. And they all like, oh my god, this should have been in a house show, not WrestleMania
Now,
7.
actually, they did have a house. They did have it as a house show to test out if the match was even going to. And
Oh my,
shockingly enough, the house show match
was,
actually
was
went
better.
better than the pay per view match.
Right. So
I
I mean, but like you got great talkers. You got Gifford Gab. I already said Dusty Rose.
Mm.
But when I say motherfuckers that give you that could talk that talk and give you a great promo, even sometimes it goes left, but give you a great match. I am gonna put him on here. I'm gonna put Ric Flair on here
Yep.
because Ric Flair could talk about Space Mountain and
Yep.
the difference between him and the Rock Roll. Or express is he get the big girls or he get the teen poppers. I mean, the dude said some shit, but I'm gonna tell you somebody that people not gonna expect me to say. Jimmy fucking Garvin
Yep.
was great at the mic. When that motherfucker said this, he did a it's not my fault before Gene Snipsky. Let me just say
Yep.
that from right now. When he started talking, he said, "It's not my fault that you're messing with the best wrestler," in the spray and puffing his hair and
Yeah.
shit. But he could go.
Yep.
He could go in the ring.
Sure.
But a lot of people don't know how good he was because they still think that he's the rock
Freebirds.
with Freebirds. But before the Freebirds, he was a former a North American champion, WCCW. He
Yep.
was of course tag team champion, multiple-time tag team champion and stuff. But promos is used to get the butts in the seats.
Did.
If you
I-
could do a great promo, to
And
get those
actually,
butts-
since you just brought him up, hell, let's go to Michael Hayes because Lord knows, like,
I mean,
you put him in Von Air every time.
I'm about to say,
Michael
let
Hayes
me.
would, like,
I would say,
annihilate the state of Texas.
I'm about to say, let me like wish Michael Hayes because see, you go Michael
Yeah,
Hayes,
world class.
WCW,
Oh
and
yeah, because that's why I said
yeah,
every time when you put him against the Von Erichs, and it was
right.
like, yeah,
But
he
if you get Mike,
annihilated the state of
it's
Texas.
it's a rare, it's a actually it's footage of a great promo he put on Ric Flair.
Mm.
It's a
Mm.
great one.
Ooh.
Like they just came back to a World Championship Wrestling in WA, and he went ham on Ric Flair. And Ric Flair just stood there, and like you know what, and like you can see it like, oh, this is money. This is money. We gonna be in the
Oh
Omni,
yeah, that's right.
in Atlanta.
Because like, yeah, because I forgot because what Michael like when he came back doing this, just like when he purchased because he was with the UWF crew.
He
itself,
was
like
he was with the USW crew. He was with the Georgia. He was with Georgia
Yeah.
Wrestling, and the thing is, they was building this match for him and Ric Flair for the Omni because you know a homegrown boy
Street
from
USA.
Ratchet USA is in Georgia, and Ric Flair had been champion. He's been the guy, and that and I think the other thing about this, the Freebirds was not completely there yet. He came by himself. Just like he did WCCW, he came by himself. Then he brought the Freebirds in. I would give Michael Hayes his due because there's a lot of things people don't give Michael Hayes or the Freebirds. They do. They brought interest. They brought interest music into wrestling. They was truly party motherfuckers. They were drinking beer and fucking up hotels like they was real rock stars.
Yep.
But when I say that these promos was to bring people into the arena, the matches gotta add up. Or people just gonna be talking about your promos. But it's a rare that you talk about matches, unless you talk about Japan.
Mm.
It's rare that matches without no build-up become classic.
I will give you some. Talk about great talkers, great match, and combine. But I'm gonna keep it separate. Enzo and Mori. You talking bring busty seats? They bring eyes to 205 Live. Like I said, nobody give a fuck about 205 Live until Enzo Mori got that cruiserweight title, and to this day, he's standing in the middle of the ring, surrounded by the whole 205 roster, and he just quick scope these motherfuckers one by one. Dopest shit ever. And then
I did not watch 205 even when he was as champion. I just keep
that's a damn shame. But I watch it because
no, dude, they had
the Raw segments too.
No, I say they had the nerve. I'm gonna let you go back. They had a nerve. I told you when they had the Halloween show here.
yes,
they had a Halloween show here. It's already 10 o'clock, and you see us complaining about fucking AEW. They had the nerve to do fucking Rampage at the AEW. They had the nerve to do 205 at the SmackDown. I'm already tired. I'm like, oh hell, no, I ain't watched this shit. I'm going home. I gotta go to work. We left. I was not into it because one, you gave us empty promises because 205 the cruiserweight was supposed to be exclusive to Raw, like back in the day when it was exclusive to SmackDown, and y'all try to make their own show. You didn't have to do that, but go back to your point. I just had to say that because Enzo, I did not watch. I'm sorry.
I
I
watch
like
him.
Enzo. I like Enzo. I do.
I watch him. He's a great talker. Is he an okay wrestler? Well, I have to answer myself question. He's an okay wrestler. I would say that he's an okay wrestler. Not great, not dope, but okay.
He
Just
okay
good.
now. He
I mean,
okay now.
he's up there.
Yeah,
But
he okay now. He was not okay in the that's the only person I know get fucking get concussion from a damn bottom rope. Like that's
hey,
crazy. He got fucking clothesline from hell for the bottom rope.
and then you look at the Miz. Great talker,
Yes.
great storytelling in the ring.
Yes.
Him against Dolph Ziggler for the IC title made the match important. Him and Bryan Danielson, great promo, but they dropped the ball. And then
I'm gonna say this: they dropped the ball with that because it was too late. Like when they did the Talking Smack segment, we all remember Miz went off. He showed how important kind of title. That's why I think I'm more respectful towards Miz because he cared about the IC title. But they knew that Daniel Bryan was okay, Bryan Danielson was okay at that point in time. That's when they should have pressed the trigger right there. But you wait a year later and then try to renew that rivalry. It was too late. The magic was gone.
And by the way, like, and then not to mention, even if you go back to the quote unquote NXT rivalry, where that originally began between them, I was like, there should have been some continuation there because it was like, especially after Miz won the WWE Championship.
Yeah, because Miz, I think because Daniel beat him for the
US title. Yeah.
And they didn't do nothing after that. It's kind of crazy.
And then you look at NXT, Velveteen Dreams versus Aleister Black. Both interaction.
Patrick.
We had to mention Patrick, didn't we?
But shit, he's a good ass talker. Yes, what he did was fucked up, but let's focus on the in ring shit.
Yep.
Because
I'm trying.
For Velveteen Dream, yes, I know he did some fuck shit, but we not going to ignore that nigga that he put some work in that for the NXT. We not going to ignore his work for his North American title. He put that title to work. I mean, he put that title on the map. And not to mention,
I always loved how he came out like somebody different. Like I remember, who did he come out for that match?
Hollywood. He came out as Hollywood.
Was that the Hollywood Hogan? Yeah.
I think that was one because he had "Call Me Up" on his tights, and the other one
he got an OVE T-shirt.
Yeah, and he had a Rocky Balboa thing with Chris Hero or Cassiano, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, then I remember he came out with the whole Statue of Liberty.
Right,
with, Apollo Creed.
I give him his due. I do. I just every time I hear his name, that's why I call him Patrick. I don't say Velveteen Dream. But I give him his due because one, when he won the North American title, he put his game, he picked his game up. That's one.
Halftime.
Two, his promo. See, you talk about the pro. I love two things about his promo skills. One, he made Aleister Black say his name, and two, the shit he did with Ricochet.
Yes,
he made Ricochet do that damn flip over the ropes and said, "Prove." He said, "Show me." And that motherfucker's lip was like.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be good."
I got another low key one for a dream. Yo, although this one was like real kind of borderline. Yo, remember the time that he pulled a Ravishing Rick Rude and had Marina Shafir on his tights?
Yes.
Oh God! But it worked. It worked. He became North American champion. I mean, he was good on the mic. But I'm gonna tell you this: before he was in Velveteen Dream, he was good on the mic. If you watch Tough Enough and that promo he did on that fucking alligator boy, Zeke, whatever the fuck his name was, that's what got him the job. I'm gonna say it right because the boy, the alligator guy, he won. But that promo he put on him in the house with the cameras rolling, he was over right then and there. They just had to get a character for him. I think he's gonna do the Velveteen Dream shit though, but it worked. It worked.
And let's talk about two unique promos. One just straight up grimy. The other one was, I will say, not infamous, but something you remember during that era. New Jack and ECW, all his promo, including the Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and Goldust in 95, 96.
Wait. Which one would Goldust?
Him versus Ahmed Johnson.
Oh,
God.
no.
Yeah, you goddamn right. You talking about promo and storytelling.
Wait.
Don't. And by the way, Quest, you had
wait.
to. I gotta go through because you put that damn promo and made me remember that.
Hold on. Before you even go there, are you about to disrespect your hero, Ahmed Johnson?
No, it's a storytelling. It's a storytelling. God damn it!
Wait, hey Reese, you heard that? He said that shit with a sadness. No.
Because think about it. Think about it.
Yo,
Let's do Embrace the Thirst showcase, the Thirsty Jack story. Me and Raleigh, North Carolina, watching USA Network in the living room, watching Monday Night Raw. See Goldust laying down, halfway damn near naked, with the Intercontinental Championship, talking about Ahmed Johnson. I don't know what the hell is going on at that time. I don't know what LGBT. The word LGBT wasn't invented. I mean, not invented. It was there, but it wasn't blowing up. But there, I was watching like, I hope Ahmed Johnson kick his butt.
You know,
that was a look time.
I remember like, how
yeah, and put that whistle up.
And I was like, damn, I knew what the hell Goldust was talking about, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have known what the hell he was talking about, but I did because I was like, hell, I done watched ACW for so damn long that hell.
Man, we knew exactly what he was talking about when you got my father like, this motherfucker's trying to get his insides. I'm like, what? Like, he's talking about,
wait, old school. Wait, flag on the play.
He's talking about his sweet chocolate and
I forgot about that part with we had the candy bar. Yeah,
my father looked at us like, this man talking about getting his insides. I was like, what'd you just say? What'd you say?
And not to mention, he called him Mighty Mandingo.
Marty,
like I
said, he called Ahmed Johnson his Mandingo. What?
Hey, you know what's funny? When Quest put that promo up, I'm like, Chris, yeah, you know how you always like to use Mandingo? Now I know where you got it from.
You know, and now I'm gonna change the script here. We're gonna get off Goldust and his Mandingo Ahmed Johnson. We're gonna go to the most grimiest motherfucker named New Jack. Had no filter. He did not give a fuck. The best and funniest one he ever did when he thanked O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
And said, keep up the good work. I was like, no, he did not just say that. And let's remember this for a fact.
What was that? Was this Smoky Mountain?
Yes, this was Smoky Mountain. And we are in the deep south of him saying that with Jim Cornette in charge. I'm like, did he?
Okay. Okay. Question: do you remember his match?
The match that was going on for that was the Gangsters against the Rock Roll Express for the tag team titles.
They ain't about to talk about that match.
No, you couldn't talk about it because it didn't happen. They beat those boys like they broke. Like they beat the brakes out of fucking Ricky Morton. They beat that fucking so-called blonde hair that was fucking white by the way people. That motherfucker was old as shit. It turned red. New Jack beat the living shit out of Ricky Morton, and his sign language partner was nowhere to be found because fucking Mustafa took him to the back. Like, you ain't gonna do nothing. You know how he act. You ain't gonna do nothing. You know, he act a little crazy. They whooped Ricky Morton ass. That's why we don't talk about the match. We talk about that line though. Keep up the good work to O.J. Simpson.
You see, we remember this promo more than this match. Now, the only match we would talked about, of course, the XPW with Vic Grimes and Free Fall, and then of course him against Angel, the King of the Street, at Living Dangerously, and of course he unveiled the new weapon, the sickle. We before we got the Wolverine claw. We remember most of his shit of a promo in ECW and some of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Now, the reason I bring him Goldust, I could bring up him against Ahmed Johnson, him against Razor Ramon, him against Roddy Roddy Pepper. That was in the '90s. Now after that, artists formerly known as Goldust, a big fucking blur. We just know his promo and segment.
No.
Oh
It's
no,
not
wait a
a
minute.
blur for
I'll
me.
tell you.
It's
I'll
not a
tell
blur
you
for
what.
me. It's not a
Nah,
blur for me because
especially like.
him and Vader at Royal Rumble '98. Oh, that is a hit and gym match. If ain't shit, him. It's
Nah, although
it's,
remember
Slip match, I would say.
him and Mark Camaro, like when him and Luna
at
was taking
WrestleMania.
out Camaro and Sable.
At
Yeah, that's not
WrestleMania,
that
that's
part wasn't a blur.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this about
I
Goldust.
wish it was, but
Dustin Rose, Goldust. I'm going to tell you this. Why? First of all, he is the son of American Dream, Dusty Rose. He was the natural, so he was already wrestling talent was there. He had to work on a character. The guy, his father's shadow, Goldust was around. Did it work? You goddamn right, because we ain't talking about the fucking natural. We talking about Goldust. So,
But wait a minute, the Natural won some title too now.
no.
we
But
know that.
no. We know that. But who do we talk about more? Do we talk about the natural Dustin Rose, or we talking about Goldust? We talk
Goldust.
about Goldust more, and we don't talk about the natural promo skills because I'll tell you right now, he only got one. As a natural, he only got one promo, and that's because he shared it with his daddy. Now, give me a kiss on the cheek and seal the deal, baby. That's all he. That's one. Other than that, Goldust promo. You brought up that one. I was gonna bring up the one with the Piper one. I was gonna bring up the one where he turned face. And Jerry Lawler had the nerve to say the word fruity on TV, and that went off the rail. That went off the rail. This is how you know TV changed so much.
Didn't he call him a flaming?
He said a flaming fruity. That's what he said. And I mean, when I said we didn't think he's gonna say those words,
that wasn't the word. I don't think he said.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is one. Let me say this right now. One, I do have my uncle. I will never say that word.
Yeah.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. That's one. Two, that's the second or third most degrading thing to call somebody. Second or third. We all know it's number one. We all know it's number one. But second or third most degrading word to say, especially in this lifetime. Like that's because right now it's like, is that the best you could say? Is that the best you could do? Because but it's still the great. So I won't say but as long as you know what I'm saying. And but they played it on TV. Mm-hmm. And Goldust, what the fuck off? Goldust took that out, and all you heard was Texas come out his mouth. Like you heard the Texas accent, you heard Dusty come out, right? So Goldust, yes, as Goldust, his promos was memorable, but it's also the matches that go with the promos. When he did the Piper one and played with the kilt, I'm like, whoa. And then was blowing the bagpipes. I'm like, oh my God, stop. And the one he did with Razor Ramon, to this day, love my mama, but she do not like Goldust from that day because Razor Ramon was her man. She loved Razor Ramon. So she did not like Goldust. Putting razor tattoo, she's like, who the fuck do he think he is? I'm like, Mom, calm down. It's part of the story. Calm down, But those matches, the promos, goes to matches, it worked. New Jack is remembered for promos only, unless he's attempting murder. Unless he's attempting murder, that's the only way you're gonna remember New Jack matches. Mass Transit. He almost killed that old ass guy on his fucking farewell match. It's supposed to be like a little get there. New Jack said, "I don't give a fuck. You gonna see your maker today."
Poor Joe Gypsy Joe.
That was his name, Gypsy Joe.
Yeah, because he talked about it on a documentary, and when Gypsy Joe, he said some racial slur and gave us some potato. And he said, you know what? Screw it. He grabbed the bat and started welling it. And then the lady, she hit him with the purse and went off.
He whooped that old man ass like, you gonna see your maker today. You gonna see But I mean, that's just the way it is, man. I mean, you could go on like promos, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Did they actually make great matches? Some of them did. But most of his promos to Vince McMahon, I'm not gonna forget it happened in Texas, I think Dallas, and he walked Sable out the ring, and then he said, "This is not a place for a lady." And he turned around and he put his boot. He said, "Now what I fixed to do is take this boot and put it in your ass, and that's all you. You know, his promos was all his Stone Cold matches great? No,
Hell,
I'm going. I'm going to be fair. Stone Cold, all his matches was not great, but was they had anything memorable? Yes, they did.
no.
But his promos, it was straight to the hip. I loved it. Rock, we all know Rock is a great talker. Come on, that was one.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he became a star. Was all his matches great? No,
Hell, let's
but
go
he
with
did.
another one.
But
Some.
but I'm gonna say, but did he have great matches? Yes, he did.
Yes.
Yes.
Rock, we talked about it
Hell,
last
let's go
week.
Rowdy
Rock,
Piper.
right, Piper matches underrated. When we talking about his promos,
Yeah.
we talking about are we talking about the NWA right Piper, or are we talking about WF right Piper?
Oh, he could go either one because he
Okay,
can name examples in both places.
yeah, because I definitely was going to do that because I was going to say NWA the promo that he did for the dog collar match
Yep.
for Starcade.
Classic.
Yes, classic. I'm talking about before the match and after the match. And the match itself still talked about to this day. Yes, CM Punk and
Almost
MJF
3 year anniversary.
they had a great dog collar match. Yes, Cody and
James.
Bruiser
Oh,
or Brody Lee is memorable for many reasons, not just because it was a good match. Also, it was the last match Brody Lee had. But this match is still talked about because the gruesome and God, I think Piper said he couldn't hear out his his left or right ear, because of that match. But then if you go to WF, I got so many promos. The one with him and what's my man?
Banners Brown.
No. Oh God, no.
Oh,
Um,
Adrian
uh,
Adonis.
no. Flower Shop.
Oh, that's
Adrian
what I said.
Adonis.
Adonis.
Oh, no, you said somebody
Ooh.
else. Adrian Adonis. Um, that those promos was on fire, and the fact that Cowboy Bob Orton changed with the flower shot wearing pink cowboy hat, that drove Piper crazy.
Um.
Piper and Mr. T, Piper and Mr.
Oh
T promos.
Lord. Yeah.
Oof.
Piper and Ravishing Rick Rude, Piper,
Yep.
tell
Hell,
Piper.
hell of Piper and Brett. Like
I'm
for
gonna
the
say
rest of
Piper
the
and
evening
Brett
though.
because I never gonna forget they're side by side, and he's talking about Brett's house, and he said, "I
Yep.
remember coming in training, and little Brett coming out running out his underwear. I was rolling through that shit."
Yep.
So Piper could make you laugh, Piper could
Yep.
piss you off, but the matches that he's doing that for is also memorable.
Hell, you know what's the funny thing though? Piper was another one where you had to watch what he said at times because he would slide. Because I will never forget '92 Royal Rumble and the promo he had against the Mountie, and
Ooh.
oh, when he said at the end, and especially because I remember because of Mean Gene's reaction to it, it was like, "Hey, I came here to win 2 belts. I can't do that." Yeah, I was like, "I came here because I got a dream." I say, "Mountie, I think you've been dreaming too, but they've been wet ones." And I was
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah,
when
like,
Mean Gene's reaction, I was like, "Oh damn."
but you
And
gotta
then
think
like years after the fact, like I didn't catch that until like
exactly,
way after. And I was like, "Oh damn."
exactly. Like when you a
How much
kid,
shit did Piper get away with that?
oh, he got away with a lot. Oh, he got.
Yeah.
If you watch primetime wrestling.
Oh yeah,
When him and
him
Bobby
and Bobby
Heenan,
and oh
he got away with murder. Like, oh my god, he I
oh.
know him. I know I'm on cable TV.
I'm
I can say
glad
what I
you.
want.
Oh, I'm glad you brought up the root thing too because I remember when he brought it. Yeah, when he brought out that one check or whatever, and it was like and then they like replayed it again on prime time, and you see Piper with the cigarette up in his mouth, and it's like, yeah, she was begging, all right,
You
she
know,
was begging.
it's people like that. And then like, if I go modern time, right, like modern time right now, I'm gonna give him his due. CM Punk and MJF put butts or made us at least pay attention to their feud. We got. If I don't care if you don't like CM Punk, I don't care if you don't like MJF, but when you put those two together, and I was there when it started, and CM Punk didn't say one word to MJF.
Nope.
He just
Huh?
walked out, looked them up and down. and walked out. The next week, which I'm mad at, like this should have been fucking Virginia. They had their fucking promos together, and then the story they build to the point, not even a dog collar match, to the match at Chicago.
Where he beat him twice. Well,
Well,
twice.
yeah, but in Chicago, that was a good fucking match.
Mhm.
We got the Pepsi plunge out that match. We haven't seen
Yeah.
the Pepsi plunge in years. And then we add more fucking layers till we got the dog collar match. And that got even better when MJF started stealing CM Punk's promos talking about I'm the devil and all that stuff before he became the devil and all that shit. And then CM Punk did his shit. He's like, what was the greatest moment of your life was just a Friday to me. And I mean, come on, these shits was good, and then the match made good.
Mhm.
Now, let's get to where we had a great promo,
Mhm.
and the match wasn't good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
John Moxley and Kenny Omega.
Oh yeah,
the Winter
exploding death match. Yeah,
the Winter Frozen, the Exploding Death match.
the death
Explosion
match.
Death Match.
The Exploding Death match. Yeah, we all gonna say that because you just disrespect Mr. Inoki on that one. How dare you?
I don't think you
Anita,
said
I'm sorry,
Onita.
sorry, Anita. Excuse me, I said Inoki.
Yeah.
Anita, how dare you? How dare you use fucking sparklers and shit? And hell, you disrespect A. Kingston too, trying to act that shit out. But I was gonna say, I like that one. I was gonna say, give me one. Hell, let me just say it then. Fucking the promos for Sasha Banks against Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
It was real. It was real as it get, especially for Sasha, because she was speaking some facts. She was like, "You just got here. You get all the opportunities that we've been working our butts off, and you just walked through the door, get opportunities." She was real on her shit,
Yeah.
but the match did not come off how the promos was going.
Mhm.
Another match I'm gonna add Ronda in was the Ronda Rousey, Nikki Bella match at Evolution.
Evolution. Oof.
Right. It was, and I think that's the best time Ronda Rousey had one of her best promos when she's talking about damn John Cena bedroom. I was like, oh, now she's getting it, and then the match happened like she lost it, bitch.
Well, you know what, Ronda Rousey, she's like the live action version of Jiren from Dragon Ball Z, and she going up against a small time universe fighter. We knew how the shit going in.
My heart hurt. He called her Jiren. Jiren is like one of the most powerful people that Goku had to go instant on his ass. That's how powerful. Really? You could call her.
I could have called it Kibu, but that'd be too much. For Manjibu, that'd be worse. But Jiren, like, think about it. She's the most dominant fighter.
Yeah,
If
you
you
met Holly Holmes, but that's another story, another show.
Yeah. yeah.
And
That's different.
Yeah, the Amanda Nunez did it worse.
And I'm sorry, y'all subject, but speaking of Nunez said once she is done with UFC, she might come to WWE.
Yeah. Well, she already done with UFC because she just retired like last week.
Last week, yeah, she put her glove down, kissed the title.
I mean, nobody beat her. Like, y'all can't get her no better competition. I don't know why we talking about this. We just went off course. But
that's because we got into Rousey. That's why.
But with Ronda Rousey
this way though. Like since we're on that subject, like when it comes to promo ability, as much as people may not like it, sometimes you gotta go. Now, while we knock her reigns, Charlotte, because I'll tell you this, as much as people may not like her, I know more people that react stronger to her. And granted, sometimes it's usually not. Most of the time, it's usually a negative reaction. But it's like, y'all don't put that same energy into people y'all do want. And when y'all do, Morgan,
y'all turn on
we have incidents like we have at SummerSlam. Yeah.
What
was the match when Liv tapped out, but she got the pinfall. Was that the SummerSlam?
SummerSlam, her
That's
against
SummerSlam.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
SummerSlam. But the thing is with that, now, and I give Charlotte her due, but at the same time, just like our good brothers from Hill for Life said, that she cannot live without being title scene. Because if you put her in a mid card, or it's not a big card, but a story that's not for a title, it don't go as good. A la Lacey Evans, and they try to put
Yep.
her with Ric Flair to make it some type of
The
this
baby
and that.
storyline.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you got then you got her and Oscar as the tag team champions, and that didn't last long. So you gotta they gotta put her as the champion. But when it comes to promos, I'm not going to say that Charlotte don't give out some good ones. She did at one time when it got real, like when she got real personal, and
Oh yeah, with
and she
Paige.
she let her she let her she let it come out. You could feel it, you could feel it. But but if I say anybody in the women's division I just gotta say it right now, since it just happened.
Yep.
Bianca's promo to Charlotte this past Friday
Yep.
was one of her best promos, and here's why. She stopped doing that damn baby face type shit. If you notice, she don't skip to the ring twisting her hair no more. She
Yep.
sashays. She walks. She
Yeah.
shakes that ass.
Sashay something? No.
She
No,
shakes
for-
that ass to the
Yep.
ring. And she walked like she's the baddest. Not if I gotta put an EST on it,
Yeah.
she's the baddest bitch in the fucking damn WWE. And somebody gonna say, "Oh, don't bring up the Kofi thing," but damn it, yes, because the last time she lost the belt and it was not right, she went out smiling and be like, "No, this better not happen again. This better not happen.
Yep.
You lost your belt in the cheat. You better come out pissed off." And the fact that Charlotte just skipped the line, even though she said she made the line, the line that got me, when she said, "You may be your title reigns are not going to stretch, but I am the longest reigning champion in modern times, and it didn't take me 14 times to do it." Do you know? Hear me out. Do you know that the 14 times that Charlotte has been champion, she's only just probably 10 or 15 days above Bianca's one title reign?
Mm.
All 14 title reigns, and
Yep.
only a couple, maybe 10 days over. I mean, you can look it up for me if you want, but maybe just a couple of days over total
Yeah.
from
That's
Bianca's one title reign.
Yep.
that's a shame. And plus, I say this behind the scene. I don't want to say behind the scene, private. I say she don't need to turn heel. 'Cause that promo right there is just
Yeah.
great for her because it's a little
That's
tweak
what
of an attitude.
I'm
It's
glad you
not.
brought that up
It's not a
because
heel turn. It's not a heel turn. It's an
That's not.
attitude change.
yeah.
It's a good attitude change. She needs this attitude change. And I'll if I was her, I'll go into London next week. Is it next week they're gonna be in London?
2
Um,
weeks.
2
Huh?
weeks.
2
2
weeks.
weeks. So that's when the title match. I'll go into London, cost her the match, cost Charlotte the match, and make this a triple threat match for SummerSlam.
Yep.
I see money there.
Yeah.
So you got Charlotte, who Oscar never beat in a title match.
Yep.
You got Bianca, who got unfinished business with Oscar. You
Well, at
also
least
got
not one
Charlotte.
on one. She didn't beat her, and because remember they did have the
Yeah, the triple threat
TLC
match.
triple threat.
Yeah, and then you got like I said, Bianca still got some unfinished business with Oscar, but you got opportunity for Bianca to get that last horsewoman,
Mhm.
and I'm I
Oh,
just I see that with the promo. We just talking about the promo. We didn't get to the match yet because we didn't get the match yet. But
yeah.
that promo put a whole different light on Bianca.
Yep.
Like we know she's good in the ring. We know she's athletic. We know, and y'all trying to say she don't have a good match. Use a damn lie, because that match that she had against Belly in the Crown Jewel, whatever they was calling it over there, that was a good damn match. The
That
match
was
she had with Bailey, not with Becky Lynch at WrestleMania and SummerSlam, those was good damn matches.
Yep.
So she got good matches.
hell, even her Oscar match at WrestleMania.
Good matches. Good matches. Not it's not the best one title match. We're gonna get
Yeah.
that. We're gonna give Charlotte and Rhea Ripley they do.
Yeah.
But I think Bianca, that promo set a whole different light on her to me. A whole
And
different
now I'm glad you mentioned Rhea because, and now I gotta admit now, I may have a slight bit of bias on this one, and not because her title's in my like sub thing, but like I remember watching her in NXT UK, and I remember I saw the ability clearly, but I was like getting hints of like the interview. It's like okay, it's starting to get there, but I'll tell you when the moment that really stood out for me was when she came over here at NXT and Shayna Baszler was like, "Oh, there ain't nobody left," and then here comes Rhea, and all of a sudden she was like straight to the point. It's like, "You've never beaten me yet, bitch."
and sometimes the best promos is some short promos, straight
Yep.
to the point.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but
Mm.
if it get the result that we want,
Yep.
always want. If it's gonna be short, a la
Mm.
when
Yeah.
Goldberg started.
Oh yeah, we gonna mention him too.
When Goldberg started, Goldberg
Mm.
was great just by saying who's next.
Mm.
But then when he got the big gold belt, oh, you had to put the big gold belt on, so you know he got to talk longer than that.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. None of his promos, none of them, nah, none of
Mm.
them. Even I'm talking his whole career, none of them was
All
good.
he do is
Yep.
shout. No, I take it back. His promo was on Raw where he admit that he can't do 5 minutes longer in the ring.
Mm.
When he
That's
said,
the one. He said that when he came back.
Yeah.
I think after the matches, whatever, he
Yeah.
said, "I'm not the same Goldberg. I can't go as
Oh.
long as 5 minutes." That's one of the most disappointing promo I ever heard.
But I would tell you which one I will say that he actually did a decent good job on was the one he came back where and when he was getting ready for Brock at Survivor Series, and he was like, maybe I've got one last one. And it's like, but unfortunately, the part that kills it in hindsight was like when he said, "Not only are you next, but you're last," and then clearly we know that wasn't true.
"Well, this is wrestling. One thing about
Yeah,
wrestling, you don't retire.
yeah,
I don't care. The only way you're gonna retire, you got a freaking condition or you can't wrestle no more. These wrestlers find a way to come back.
mm,
Just because it's the limelight, they miss it, blah blah. I get it, but Goldberg, Goldberg has never had a promo that made me stand up and say I want to see a Goldberg match. It's
mhm.
just it's just I'm keep
Well, at least him by himself,
right. I'm just saying
because
I keep it real. Like it's
I'll tell you the one time that, well, of course, since you mentioned Brock, yeah, with Paul Heyman, and I remember talking with some like people who were like ex members of WCC, but I was like, I remember when we were doing our prediction show for one of our former shows, and I was like, "Y'all, I'm gonna tell you this right now," and I was like, "Yeah, if any of y'all in the group on today's show are fathers, if any man would have said that line to you, like Paul Heyman said, he said, "Oh, Brock's gonna whip your ass so bad that Gage is gonna call Brock Daddy." I was like, "Oh no,
but,
oh
but
no, you better be lucky Survivor Series didn't just happen right then and there, right there, because
you
Goldberg
got
was ready to whip his ass right on the spot." It was like, the hell was Sunday.
you got to remember who the hell said it though.
Oh, I remember who said
And
it.
Oh,
that's one person that we gotta mention. Paul Heyman
Yeah.
could sell fire to someone in hell and water to a well. I'm telling you this. This man puts butts. It was one match I was not even interested in, and Paul Heyman just took a promo, and I said, "God damn, I can't wait to see this match." Paul Heyman know how to put butts in seats for the promo. I'm telling you, that dude got a gift, and he's and like he don't have to do it with CM Punk, but he did it. He don't have to do it with Roman, but he's doing it. But with Brock, he definitely had to do it because we all saw how Brock was when he was by himself.
Mm.
And,
he can talk.
At least recorded anyway.
yeah, I mean, unless you said Brock Brock, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Then I say, okay, yeah, he could cut a promo when he got cursed and shit like he did with Samoa Joe. That shit was the most funny shit I ever saw. When Samoa Joe said, "You look at me when I talk to you, boy. What the fuck you talking?" I was like, "Oh, Brock, what was that? It's about to be fair." But Paul Heyman. I don't know. It couldn't work for Cesaro. It's a damn shame it couldn't work for Cesaro, and it's a damn shame it couldn't work for Ryback. But it's a damn shame it didn't work for Axel.
Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel.
Who's
But
still
Paul
the longest
Heyman,
reigning Royal Rumble. Nah, never mind.
don't start with that. Don't start with that. I said shit. Everyone Rumble ever since then. But Paul Heyman promos gets you so interested either to see someone get their ass whooped or someone to win. I'm trying to remember one that actually got me sold. I think it was Brock against Roman SummerSlam when Roman finally beat Brock.
Yeah.
And I think right before the damn match had Paul Heyman did a promo right before then and there. I was like, oh my god, this dude is ridiculous. And the dude know how he still know like he listens to us. He's on social media. Come on, how many times did he disrespect Undertaker? They broke that streak.
Damn near the entire time till Taker came back.
And the secret was he said, who else broke that record? Oh, that's right. No one. I'm gonna keep on saying this shit. This is a spoiler. I told y'all Brock was gonna win. And he just kept on saying it. And the way he fucked with Hogan, that same promo, he said at the Superdome, Hulk Hogan. I was like, get his ass calling the Superdome, Silverdome. You mother. Oh, so Paul Heyman, one of the best like we said earlier, like MVP. Well, Paul Heyman, one of the best promo managers, advocates, Wiseman, whatever you want to fucking call him. Special counsel, ECW, alumnus, owner, best guy. Hey guys, it's 9:04. Are we?
Yeah, we ain't get to the fathers and sons promo yet.
I mean, you know what? Let's see,
promos is more. We just proved that promos is more important than father and son combinations.
Yep. Well, I do want to say this for our wrestling day, for all of our wrestling dads. Yeah. All right, let's just do this real quick. Who would you give your top 5 wrestling dads?
Wrestling dads, like we just talking about them, not their sons.
Just the dads only.
Bruno Sammartino, Dusty Rhodes, God, I might as well call them Ric Flair. Oh, I think of David Flair when I said that, but I forgot Charlotte. So there you go. Ric Flair. God damn it. Shit. Ivan Puxey. One more. Rocky Johnson.
Yeah.
Rocky Johnson.
That's 5.
That's 5 right there.
For me, it had to be Rick Steiner.
I just think about his promo, the shit he did during WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, but that's a good one. That's a good one. Rick Steiner. I'm not gonna fuck with him because his accomplishments is up there.
Taz.
I forgot about Taz.
I want to say Boris Malenko, but he ain't did too much.
Well, he's a dad.
Yeah, I gave him that. That's 3.
When you finish, I got an honorable mention. Nikki just said one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to throw mine in too.
Of course, Ric Flair.
You gotta say, of course, Ric Flair.
This might be the most crazy shit I'm gonna say, but Vince McMahon Sr. Because Vince McMahon Jr. is a former ECW champion and former WWF champion.
You had to remind me of that.
But you know what? I was about to say, so before Reese does it, my honorable mentions was going to be Vince McMahon and Bob Orton.
Then actually, Bob was on my list.
There we go.
Yeah.
Of course, Yeah, of course, Ric Flair. That's without mention.
Yeah.
Of course, Dusty Rhodes.
Yes.
Um, let's see. Damn, that's got to say there's Stu Hart. Yeah, gotta.
Wow. I
Yeah,
forget about Uncle
yeah,
Stu.
The
and
Dungeon.
yeah, and then all right, I'm gonna throw Angelo Poffo.
Ah,
Ooh, yeah. Oh, dare you
Yeah,
forget me, my father? Yeah,
yeah.
my father. Yeah,
Sorry,
in the crop,
my. You know me better than that.
in the crop right there, brother. Yeah, that was
I,
Rick Pablo, the
Yeah.
outlaw owner of
And and he was the world's smartest father.
the world's strongest
yeah.
father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to give love to the genius right there.
If we forgetting anybody,
Larry the Axe Hennig, you gotta put him.
Larry the Axe Henning,
Hey, Kurt,
Arnest,
you said you could put both of them.
Jim Deadheart.
Oh God,
Wasn't
Natty.
that Ian?
Yeah.
Goddamn, disrespectful ass
Hell,
niggas.
Brian Pillman.
I,
Hell,
I,
Brian
I'm,
Pillman.
I'm sorry, but I'm just tired of Natty.
Yeah,
I'm tired of Natty. I'm
I,
sorry.
I'm not.
So if you tired now, you
I'm
tired
not
her
by your
damn big old
sister.
puppies. Go ahead.
No, I love her sister.
Yeah.
See, that's what's wrong with you people. You talk about
I
her
love
sister, you
both
talk
of
about
them.
her damn puppies. God damn it. Respect, put some respect on them damn puppies.
I
Hey,
am. Her sister always damn near showing them on Twitter.
Okay, that's true. But
I,
god damn it, Natty got some nice puppies too.
They hopping around. Hey, those married puppies, so we know
yeah.
puppies grown.
Who gives a fuck? Puppies is
I
puppies.
I do. I do. Those things take care of the handicap.
Okay, he is I could be handicapped too. I just need some injuries or something. Shit. I can figure injury. I can figure some injury like Owen Hart or I Owen Hart. I can figure my injuries. Shit.
I'm
Yeah.
just keeping it real.
Lord.
But
Oh fuck that. Tyson King can make a comeback with his broken ass.
no, you
Shit.
can't. No, you can't. Samoa Joe fucked him up
Oh
bad.
damn it! I forget $1 million man.
No,
Oh yes.
no. Oh no. Not $1 Million Man, but Mike DiBiase.
Iron
His
Mike
father.
DiBiase. Yeah.
His
Yes.
father.
Oh yeah,
His
well
father.
yeah, you can
We,
vouch both of them too.
well, see, out now we are like I said, I already said Rocky. Like
Yep.
we got a lot. We got a lot. But I just that was not
IRS.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
yes,
Right.
yes. He got both his sons, but
Yep.
then he might as well put his father-in-law in there. You know,
Yeah, Barron.
like
How about Magnum TA and Tully? Well, technically it would be Tully only
Tully.
because
Yeah, but
unless
he
Magnum does have a kid that's wrestling.
nah,
I don't know.
I don't think.
nah.
Damn, you know what? I know we supposed to stay on topic. We forgot to talk about the Dark Side of the Ring, the Graham family.
Oh, there's another one. We could tie both of them into because like Eddie
Ooh,
Graham.
No,
You know,
we
a
keep
lot
it.
of people forget how good the Graham family was.
No. It's not that we
Well, especially
forgot.
Eddie.
It's not that we forgot. The suicides outshine their wrestling. It's not forgetting.
Sadly, we could tie that in with the Binarics too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not forgetting
yeah.
it's not forgetting they wrestling.
Yeah,
It's just the tragedies outshine their
especially
resume.
because like a lot of these, especially because a lot of them like died like fairly young because
The
Eddie, I
the
think,
one.
was like 55 or something.
And the thing is with the Graham thing, that was the most depressing episode because the fact that when Eddie when Eddie killed himself, he killed himself because of he felt that the limelight was away from him. Like
Hmm.
his granddaughter said it best. Like they was at a restaurant and no one recognized him. And
Damn.
he felt some type of way about that. Like yo, like all the shit I did for Florida, y'all don't recognize. Y'all got no picture of me up on the board. What the, you know? And so you know, most restaurants used to be. They used to have your autograph picture and put on the wall. They had nothing. Y'all know who the hell I am, you know. And then you got Mike, and that's sad in a different way because we watched him. If you ever had WWE 24/7
Yeah,
before there was a network, he was on Legends of Wrestling and they was paying him and all that stuff.
yeah. Not to mention, I know he had a match with Ricky Morton at one of the Clash of Champions.
Right. I totally forgot he wrestled for WCW. But he was on the back with WCW, then he was in the
Yep.
back with WWE, and then he was doing the Legends of Wrestling show. And
Oh yeah, oh that's right. He was actually on Starcade because him and DDP teamed up against Liger and Bill Kazmaier for one of the Battle Bowl matches.
That was weird.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, Battle Bowl was a whole weird pay-per-view.
but you know what? One story that stand out the most when his mom died, he went back to the hospital, take the mother from the bed, and lift her over his shoulder, and say, "Hey, I'm trying to bury my mama."
Oh, that was the other Graham. The other Graham. I forgot his name. That was some weird shit. How you gonna pick up your dead mama and then try to carry her out the fucking hospital? That's some crazy ass shit, bro.
Was it Jerry?
I think that was the partner for Eddie Graham.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. I mean, God, you are sick in the goddamn head.
Yeah,
I don't want to even touch a dead body. He got the nerve to pick him
Jerry, up. There was Crazy Luke.
I think everybody.
There was,
they said they gave everybody the Graham name, and they was part of the family. Like, so that means Superstar Billy Graham. What's my man? The Boogie Man. They was part of the Graham family. It's like they was the biggest fake family of wrestling history. But it was that was a depressing story, man. What's supposed to be this week?
It was this week, but next week.
Oh, what's this week? What's this week?
Doink the Clown.
Yeah.
The real Doink the Clown people. Matt fucking Barnes is the real evil Doink the Clown, and the people that came after him.
The man who fought Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 1.
He made WrestleMania. He was also part of the Rat Pack at Mid-South. The dude was talented. He pulled off Doink the Clown, and then he got
the only
fired.
dude that wrestled with bears in WCW.
Oh God, that's right. He was part of that. Oh God, he was part of that, bringing that bear to the fucking ring and then breaking handcuffs. Oh my God, they gave
Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, he was. Now that's gonna be an interesting story because when WWE fired him and they put, go back to it. The guy that was facing Mr. Perfect, was not him. It was Garvin. It was Jimmy Garvin dressed up as Doink the Clown.
Wow.
And that I was like, I did not know that until I had to look at it.
Wait, was it? Yeah, because who all played it? Because I know Brawler played him once.
Brawler played him
while he was still Skinner.
Yeah, Steve Skinner, Steve,
Kieran,
Brawler, Garvin, and then real late in the career, just because it's part of the storyline.
Apollo.
Oh no, just because the storyline. Chris Jericho dressed as Doink the Clown one time. That was awesome. But yeah, I mean this gonna be a crazy story because this is the real Doink, the motherfucker that was at WrestleMania 9 that hit Crush with that cast. Doink. That's gonna be, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that one. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if they show that footage. Oh my God. But that's all she wrote right there.
Yeah, that's a show. That's a 3-hour show. And God damn it, who could do like us?
This is we're at episode 50 next, all right?
Yes. Next week, episode 50. The forbidden episode.
I think I'm gonna wear something gold on that episode. Gold
or
oh no. That's all CM Hill right there. He got the gold. He got the gold title. That's him.
You got that right. And I will bust out the robe.
I swear to God, you do that and come out with some gold on. I'll like, we did it. 50. The gold.
I be heel dust.
But if you be talking about somebody, never mind.
First of all, I am bi. I got pride. Anyway,
hey, listen here. If you come out and start talking some goddamn Mandingo and chocolate bars, and like, now listen, you can't do.
Hold on. First of all, I got a Hershey bar. Goddamn it. Second of all, I say it again. I am bi. I got pride. And third of all, I could have bust out with the Intercontinental Championship like Shawn Michaels, but we ain't gonna do that because it's a PG show. But anyway, No, I got the WWE title. But anyway,
Yeah, wait a minute.
We are not.
Yeah, you know what?
PG around
And
here.
now that you mentioned that, yeah, that's the damn shame what Shawn Michaels and Goldust did to him titles in '96.
that's it. Wait,
Yeah. Whoa,
flag,
whoa,
nigga.
whoa!
Wait
I
a
was
minute.
saying, whoa! They just hold on. They
No,
was just in the nude. That you talking about somebody that bust the.
no.
All right,
China,
I-
no, not China. Yeah, China did the best. She got the belt. But anyway,
I'm done.
well, Paige did. That's fucked up. But what we
I knew you was gonna go there.
what we all see it. We all see it. Shut up the club. Shut.
Anyway,
But anyway, yes. Next week is a Forbidden Door episode. Is a 50
Forbidden Door
episode.
preview. We'll have the Wrestling Summit Supercard redo. We'll also be hyping up Money in the Bank. Damn, we're gonna have a lot of shows to hype up this week.
Oh man.
Oh, and then
so,
also, welcome back, Scott D'Amore. One time only.
one time only. He not gonna come back no more.
No, I think it's just gonna be yeah, I think he's just gonna do a one-time matchup at Slammiversary. But
Yes, him PCO against Bully Ray and
Steve
Macklin.
People, you need to know that Scott D'Amore used to be a wrestler, not a good one, but used to be a wrestler. So he might get some shine that night. But yeah, man, that's we on 5-0. 5-0.
Yes.
Oh.
yeah.
Yes.
That was
Everybody.
out in Hawaii. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, that's how I used to tell motherfuckers the cops was coming. Oh shit, run!
Yeah, y'all be hauling ass too. But anyway.
This is why we are the real. This is why we are the real brotherhood of professional wrestling, because like,
Hey,
and we just tie in like shit, like all the.
hey, that's what we do, brothers in arms. Shout out to Hills for Life. Shout out to Wolfpack, and us truly just the three rebels themselves.
Yes.
But so 50 is gonna be a banger. So and we doing it early
After banger.
and
After banger.
right before Forbidden Door.
Yep, and we will have the whole card unless Tony like decides to have like a Braveheart add something like at the last minute. But
I hope
usually
one match. I hope we don't do. I hope it's not title for title. I hope it's not for that ugly ass TV title versus the international title.
then
I don't want that. I don't want that. Unless you put that belt on Orange Cassidy and he's officially gonna be in New Japan.
yeah,
Maybe.
Ooh, you know the dream match would be Tori Yano versus Orange Cassidy.
Oh
Oh,
my God,
that
that'd
is-
be the most funniest, hilarious match in the history of funny matches because Yano go lose his patience
yeah.
and start talking some Japanese shit. Oh, you gonna I see it already. He gonna go the fuck off.
And Tony Khan, I know you listen to us. You owe us a DT match, goddammit. You owe us for Rome.
Tony Khan, you owe us a lot because there's a lot of shit we say, and then all of a sudden we see on your fucking show. Unless you got somebody looking at all wrestling podcasts and shit.
Because between us, Wolfpack, Hills for Life,
You owe us a check.
For Rome's.
Yeah, man.
We want for Rome's. Give us for Rome's. I want 60 Dino. Give me for Rome's. I want for Rome.
You owe. Matter of fact, you know what? You put us on your creativity team.
You know what? Just send me backstage. That's all I need. It's backstage, and once I start talking, you're gonna hire us anyway. So just get me backstage, and make sure Jade is there, make sure Sky Blue is there, make sure Anna J is there, make sure Stokely there because I gotta take a picture of Stokely because that man got the line of the day. So,
The raggedy bitch.
You raggedy bitch. You a raggedy bitch. I gotta get that. I gotta get Swerve because I'm gonna tell him, ain't that a damn shame what they doing to Hit Row, your creation? I go talk
Top flopper.
I'm gonna talk all my shit, and then when I see Kenny, we got some explaining to do. Kenny, how dare you disrespect Will Ospreay?
Oh,
but I'll tell you right now, I'm calling it. Will Ospreay is not winning that United States title at Forbidden Door. They're gonna save that for All In.
Shit. Next month we don't know because okay, if Kenny Omega retain, he's staying in AEW. The contract. If he lost that title,
I don't even think. I don't know. That'd be a. That'd be one hell of a move to. All right, listen. Cody. We gonna let that. We gonna get that. But if Kenny and the Young Bucks leave to go anywhere, it better be New Japan. Don't go to Impact because they gonna remember what the fuck y'all did,
Ooh.
and they gonna use that against you unless they know they can make money.
Yep.
That's my brother. I'll call him back. But no, and I know there's gonna be some people that like, what they can go wherever they want. They grown men. That's true. But you and I know if they go to WWE, yeah, they gonna make them feel like something for the first couple months, just like they did with Cody. They go throw them in our face, just like they did with Cody. Yeah, they gonna give us a countdown. The Elite will be here in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, they gonna do that shit, and then they gonna sweep the rug under front of them. So, because that's what WWE do, and especially when you are competition, you was good competition against them, and they got you. Ha ha, motherfucker! Now we got you. You know, and so it's petty. So I'd rather you go to New Japan, where you already got history there. You know, Young Bucks are one-time IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Y'all can make more. Y'all get more. And there's a new belt for King to win, the World Heavyweight title. So go back to New Japan. Go back where, hell, come to New Japan strong and help them build up numbers. Don't go to Impact. Don't go to WWE. But you are grown men, so do what you want to do. Okay? Forget about it. Do what you want to do.
If you go to that place, get ready for that shot.
You're going to hit a raft of
Yeah.
the Great Curse. The raft.
But
Carmichael.
You got that right. But I ain't gonna buy my t-shirt.
The raft of Rocket Reese. You never saw the raft of Rocket Reese? Go back to some Hill for Life podcasts. You hear the raft of Rocket Reese, the encyclopedia of wrestling. And me, you don't want the smoke, goddammit.
So, all the dads out there in all seriousness, hope you guys enjoyed your Father's Day, and I hope we made it entertaining for y'all too. And for everybody, thanks for supporting us. They have 50
Shout out to
shows. Hey, Derek, our fourth man, like I said, which is like the NBA sixth man. But
he's the man behind on the chair. He's the man behind the chair. He's our man in the chair, like Miles Morales. So, fellas, good show. Can't wait till next week. What time we doing next week? We will discuss that. Later, but during the week. What it got to be around 3-4 o'clock. Gotta be. We go start at 8.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I might have a little guest with me. I might have my little goddaughter. She will be under me, I think. So don't matter. So yes, let's have some fun. Keep it safe out there. Watch wrestling as a wrestling fan, and you enjoy life. I'm telling you, it's a different world out there.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm CM Hill, the Carolina Saint.
Yeah, I'm Rocket Reese, Ria's little puppy. Orale!
I had to change my shit because I changed my phone, but I'm the enforcer. Still a rebel without a cause, but Mr. Attention Getter too. So yes, yes. We are 49 is over. We're looking forward to number 50. The second
50 without Chris Stanley. Anyway, until then, Otis.
That's we gotta be 60 for that one. But anyway.
We'll be getting there without interference. Anyway, until then, always embrace the thirst.
Feel it, motherfucker.
Goddamn right.
Rebels out.
All right.